Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, counter-spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into a time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
Drama on a Sunday with episodes of the Screen Directors Playhouse, the adaptation of the 1941 picture Backstreet, starring Charles Boyer with Mercedes McCambridge. Also an episode of Suspense from 1945, Herbert Marshall in My Own Murderer. An episode of Nightwatch from the mean streets of Culver City, California. And an episode of Claudia. That's all straight ahead. On this Sunday, this is the 24th day of May, 144th day of the year, 221 days remaining, and the singer-songwriter, who's Robert Zimmerman, born on this date. Do you know who he is? Samuel F.B. Morse transmitted the first telegraph message on this date in 1844, in which he asked, "What hath God wrought?" In 1883, the Brooklyn Bridge linking Manhattan and Brooklyn in New York City opened to traffic. In 1889, W.T. McCullough of Boston opened the first public garage. You could rent space for selling, storing, and repairing vehicles. Major League Baseball's first night game played under the lights on this date in 1935 at Cincinnati's Crosley Field as the hometown Reds defeated Philadelphia 2-1. The switch for the floodlights thrown by President Roosevelt. The United Press and the International News Service merged on this date in 1958 to form United Press International, UPI. A lot of people don't know they were originally two separate organizations. The British and French Concords made their first commercial flights on this date in 1976, and it was on this date in 1991 the film Thelma and Louise, released by MGM.
Let's not get caught. What are you talking about? Let's keep going.
Susan Sarandon as Louise, Gina Davis as Thelma. Thelma and Louise, released on this date in 1991. 26 years ago today, 2000, Israeli troops pulled out of Lebanon after 18 consecutive years of occupation. On that same date, 26 years ago, the U.S. House of Representatives approved permanent normal trade relations with China after contentious debate.
I believe that the administration's policy is fundamentally immoral, and this Congress is ready to ratify a fundamentally immoral policy, a policy that has no morality behind it.
And quite frankly, I don't understand the White House. I'm going to tell it right the way it is. The White House will not wise up until there is a Chinese rocket stuffed right up their assets. They are so dumb on this issue, they could collectively throw themselves at the ground and miss. I don't want to hear any more mumbo-jumbo about trade. We're getting our clock cleaned. China knows it, and they're taking it all the way to the bank with a smile on their face.
If we end normal trading relations with China, then how do we influence change? The days when the U.S. could act like a bull in a china shop are over. Countries simply go elsewhere if they don't like the sounds that are coming from ours.
Maintaining this strategy of engagement is the wave of the future. We have to recognize that if we are going to do everything that we can to help the people in the United States and the people in China, we must maintain normal trade relations.
China wasn't happy about some of the human rights conditions that had been attached by U.S. lawmakers. China is not a good partner to trade with. China's not a good partner, period. 24 years ago, 2002, Russia and the U.S. signed a temporary strategic arms reduction treaty.
The deep reductions, which are described in the treaty, take both sides down to in the neighborhood of 1,700 to 2,200. The treaty does not address the numbers of warheads that conceivably would be appropriate for either side for replacement warheads to deal with technical issues that conceivably could occur. And that is not addressed by the treaty, as it should not be, in my view.
Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld, the treaty in force from June 2003 until February 2011, when it was superseded by the New START Treaty. It was 4 years ago today a mass shooting occurred at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas, resulting in the deaths of 21 people, including 19 children. Maggie Miralles Thomas, whose sister was killed, said this shouldn't have ever happened.
I want everybody to know, and I want everybody to remember her name, remember her face, and remember that she was a hero.
Now, the gunman, a former student at the school, also killed, the deadliest shooting at a U.S. grade school since the Sandy Hook, Connecticut shooting almost a decade earlier. And law enforcement, in my opinion, didn't do their job that day. Passing away on this date in history, the astronomer Nicholas Copernicus, Secretary of State John Foster Dulles, composer, musician Duke Ellington, the father of Vincent Kennedy McMahon, the last McMahon to own a part of the World Wrestling Federation, Vincent J. McMahon, who at that time it was Capital Sports and it was the Worldwide Wrestling Federation. He passed away on this date, the old man, Vincent J. McMahon. Irish actor Edward Mulhar, also Dick Martin of Rowan and Martin. And you found out how really funny Dick Martin was and how quick he was with a quip when you watch some of the stuff he did on Password Plus and Super Password. I think if you look at, there is a foible out there that all started when Dick Martin, the password was France, and he gave as a clue French. And Tom Kennedy, who had just been in for a few weeks, sitting in after the last serious illness of Alan Ludden, he wasn't totally up on what he was supposed to do when some things occurred. And it turned into the most hilarious bit. And there was Betty White was on the show as well that day. And I guess Alan was still with us at that time. And she kept saying, "Don't worry, Alan, we have everything under control. Don't worry." It was hilarious. If you've got 7 minutes to find it, it's up on YouTube. If I remember, I'll try to link it so that you have it. But Dick Martin passing on this date in 2008. And he was an instigator, too, on that. He really was. Tina Turner passing away on this date. And the man who wrote In-A-Gadda-Da Vida, a song by Iron Butterfly, which many late-night disc jockeys adored because it gave them time to go to the bathroom. Doug Engel passing away on this date 2 years ago. Birthdays on this date of those who are no longer with us include Julius Caesar, politician Wilbur Mills, and German-born actress Lily Palmer. All passing away on this date. They are now on an entirely different stage.
Hi, this is Jeff Foxworthy. It is now time for the birthday announcements. The following people are now officially older than dirt.
Turning 88 years old today, from Cheech and Chong, Tommy Chong.
Hey, man, which one of you guys is the DJ?
Oh, that's me, Wink Dickerson from KRUT Radio.
Oh, far out, dang. Hey,
No,
listen,
that's
man.
Wink Dickerson from KRUT Radio.
Oh, yeah, well, far out. Listen, man, do you want to give me your name, man? I'm supposed to introduce you after the next act, Dave.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's Wink Dickerson from KRUT Radio.
Yeah, Dave?
Yeah, Dave, come on, man, open up. I think the cops saw me.
Dave's not here.
Tell us, Bob, here's the question I ask of all our contestants. What made you drop out?
Well, a lot of people think it was the 400 acid trips they took, you know.
Uh-huh, but what was it really, Bob?
One day I played Black Sabbath at 78 speed, man.
And then what happened?
I saw God.
You saw God. Well, that sounds like true enlightenment to me, Bob.
Tommy Chong, 88 years old today. This is also the birthday of Robert Zimmerman. Bob Dylan. Born on this date back in 1941, he wrote Blowin' in the Wind, and he began his career as a folk singer, influenced pop music with his smart lyrics and his folk rock style. Bob Dylan, 88 years old today. Gary Berghoff is 83.
Fuck.
Radar O'Reilly from MASH. Gary Berghoff, 83. He also had the lead role in the original production of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. Not a lot of people know that, unless you listen to this show. Patti LaBelle, 82 today. Priscilla Presley, Elvis's ex-wife, 81. Johnny Cash's daughter, Roseanne Cash, is 71 today. Kristen Scott Thomas is 66.
Why did you follow me yesterday?
I'm sorry, what?
After the market, you followed me to the hotel.
From the movie The English Patient, Kristen Scott Thomas is 66. We still have kind of some of the Three Stooges still with us. I say that because Will Sasso used to be on Mad TV. He played Curly in the 2012 motion picture Three Stooges, and he's 51 years old today. There are a lot of people out there that are still living and bringing the Three Stooges back to life. It's really fun. Country's Billy Gilman is 38 today, and NASCAR's Joey Logano is 36. Those just a few of the people celebrating the 24th day of May as their birthday, and if this happens to be your birthday.
Hi, we're the Four Freshmen, and we just want to say, Happy birthday to you!
Say goodbye to your digestive woes with a traditional 2-ingredient formula that brings natural history-backed relief to your system. The same formula you used on cancer patients with amazing results. It is Professor B's Digestive Aid. Check it out at profbees.com. That's PROFBEES.com. You don't have to write it down. The link's in the show notes. The link's also at classicradio.stream. If you read through it, you decide you want to order it, because check it out. Do your research. And if you decide you want to give it a go, use my promo code Wyatt. That does two things. That supports the podcast, and it also gets you the best price available on Professor B's Digestive Aid. Save 10%. That's profbees.com, PROFBEES.com, promo code Wyatt. Settle your gut. Let Professor B's Digestive Aid be your natural ally. profbees.com, promo code Wyatt. We'll head to the movies in just a moment with the Screen Directors Playhouse production of it is Backstreet, starring Charles Boyer.
Daily, the broadcasts of Radio Free Europe and Radio Free Asia strike through the Iron Curtain, bringing the truth about the free world to the captive peoples behind it. Help send a message by giving to the 1952 Crusade for Freedom.
Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, we go back 75 years to the Screen Directors Playhouse production of Backstreet, starring Charles Boyer and Mercedes McCambridge.
Screen Directors Playhouse stars Charles Boyer, Mercedes McCambridge, production Backstreet, director Robert Stevenson.
This is the Screen Directors Playhouse, one of the weekly features on NBC's All-Star Festival of Comedy, Music, Mystery, and Drama. Brought to you by Cannon Towels, famous for color, for design, for durability. Among towels, America's #1 bestseller. By the makers of Anacin, for the fast relief from the pain of headache, neuritis, and neuralgia. And by RCA Victor, world leader in radio, first in recorded music, first in television. Tonight, the Screen Directors Playhouse is pleased to present, transcribed, A Memory Revisited. Our adaptation is the motion picture story Backstreet, and our stars are Charles Boyer and Mercedes McCambridge. Before we present the first act, here is Mr. Charles Boyer.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. When Miss Fanny Hurst first wrote her novel, Backstreet, the entire country was moved by its heartbreaking romance. Since then, the story has been told twice by motion pictures and has been a real joy to all of us who have been associated with it.
Thank you, Mr. Boyer. And now for a special announcement about Cannon Towels. Always good news, Cannon Towels are today's big news.
Hurry, 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 hurry to the greatest May towel sales in history. Famous Cannon Towel sales. Packed with value, big, beautiful buys, terrific bargains. Don't miss them. Get to your store now and get in on these great money-saving events. Cannon Towels give you the most for your money in beauty, value, lovely color, and design.
Cannon Towels absorb more, wear longer, stay lovely longer.
No wonder more people buy Cannon Towels than all other towels combined. Get the most for your money. Get Cannon.
Big, fluffy, thirsty Cannon Towels.
As summer comes, you always need more towels. Now's the time to get them. And the towels to get are Cannons right now in these big Cannon Towel sales. See them in your newspaper. Get to your store quickly. Get in on the big, big, big Cannon values.
Now for the first act of the Screen Directors Playhouse presentation of Backstreet, starring Charles Boyer in his original role of Walter Saxel and Mercedes McCambridge as Ray Smith. On a lovely spring day in the 19th century, Ray Smith, the most popular shopkeeper in Cincinnati, strolls slowly through the railroad station, arm in arm with her favorite traveling salesman, Ed Porter.
Sorry I couldn't buy more this trip, Ed.
Look, honey, as long as I get one look at you every time I come to Cincinnati, I feel that my trip's paid for.
No wonder you're the star salesman for Mackelson and Fogarty.
Yeah, but when they hear about the price I gave you on that silk braid, they'll think I've gone daffy. And I know they will. Say, you know something?
What?
That locomotive reminds me of your stepmother.
I bet it'd be a whole lot more pleasant to live with.
All the old girl needs is a bell and a cowcatcher.
Say, who was that new boy at the hotel?
Harry? Yeah, he's pretty fresh for a newcomer, isn't he?
He certainly is.
Well, they got to get to know you, Ray. You come in looking like a rose, everybody loves you, and you act like you love everybody. So naturally, every once in a while, a guy steps out of line.
Yes, I guess that's true.
You took care of him, all right. I heard him ask you to go to New York with him. And I heard him ask you for a date Sunday night.
And did you hear my answer?
Yeah, you said, wonderful. Be sure and call for me if there's a full moon by 12 o'clock noon.
Everybody laughed, Ed, but that Harry didn't. I don't think he's like the rest of you boys. I don't like him.
Ah, he's riff-raff. Sells buggy whips. But speaking of New York, Ray, you wouldn't like to run down there, would you?
I'll think about it.
You always say you'll think about it, but you never do it. You know I'm very fond of you. Listen, here's what we could do. We could meet on the train, see? You could get your own ticket as soon as you get to the station. No one would know. I didn't say anything.
It seems like I have to slap your face once every time you come to town.
Yeah, I guess I just can't take no for an answer.
That's what makes you such a good salesman.
But I always miss the good deals.
Ah. Well, here. There. You feel better?
Yeah, I do. Thanks, Ray. It's going to be real lonely, though. Hey. Hello, Mr. Saxel.
Oh, hello. How do you do?
Fine, Mr. Saxel, fine. How's everything down in little old New Orleans?
Oh, very good.
Now, what are you doing up here in Cincy?
We're just stopping over for a few hours. I'm going out on the Louisville boat tonight.
Hey, I've got to get going. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
No, of course not.
Glad to see you again. Well, goodbye, Mr. Saxel. Hey, goodbye, Ray. Hey, I'm still carrying your braid. Here you are. Catch. Oh, I forgot, Mr. Saxel. I want you to meet a friend of mine next to you there. Ray Smith, sweetest little peach in Cincinnati. Show him around, Ray. But be careful of him, Ray. He's one of those Louisiana Frenchmen.
Goodbye, Ed.
Goodbye.
You haven't the faintest idea who he is, have you?
Oh, no idea. I know his face, though.
Ed Porter.
Oh, yes, with Mackelson and Fogarty in New York. You see, I may not remember faces, but I never forget names.
What's mine?
Yours?
He just told you.
Yes, I know he did. Miss,
Smith. Ray Smith.
Smith. Oh, well, it's very difficult, Miss Smith.
Oh, go on. If you can't remember Smith, you can't remember anything.
Well, I'll try very hard never to forget it.
Thank you. Well, goodbye, Mr. Sax.
Au revoir, Miss Smith.
I'm sorry, Mr. Saxel, you still have my package.
Yes, I know. I'll carry it for you.
But you're not going my way.
Oh, yes. Your way's the way I'm going.
Well, now, just a minute, Mr. Saxel.
It's all very simple. How can I possibly have supper with you if you go one way and I go the other? It wouldn't be very amusing, would it?
Well, nobody said I was going to have dinner with you.
Oh, yes. That, your friend, Mr...
Porter.
Yes, ma'am. Porter, this young lady wants to know if it is all right for her to have supper with me. Now, here is something for you. And is the answer yes or no?
Oh, yes, sir. The answer is yes.
I shall now ask the cabby.
No, please, Mr. Saxel. I must go back to the store.
To work?
Yes, of course.
I shall ask the cabby.
Please.
Cabby.
Mr. Saxel?
Drive us to the restaurant Louis, please.
Do you always take young ladies you meet at railroad stations to supper?
Always.
Good evening.
It's a family custom. My father did the same thing. And my grandfather used to wait at the stagecoach stops and, same thing.
Good evening, sir.
I'm wondering why I came with you.
They never know. For 3 generations, women have said to us, why did I come to supper with you, Mr. Saxo?
And what have you boys told them for 3 generations?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Well, very little.
And that's part of your family custom, too?
Yes, of course.
You Saxels sound very nice and very mysterious.
Do we? And what about you, Smiths?
Which wine will you have, sir? The Burgundy or the Bordeaux?
Certainly.
Oh, we Smiths are an open book. Everybody knows everything about the Smiths.
Oh, no, not me. Tell me something about them.
No, I want to know about you.
Well, I once took my pony into the classroom the way Mary took her lamb.
Because your father did the same thing? Or your grandfather?
No, because I had seen an educated pony once in the circus, so I thought my pony should have an education, too.
When I was 7, I wanted to drive a steam engine. But then I found out that they didn't have lady engineers.
Monsieur, we have beautiful duck à la citron and pheasant. They would melt in your mouth.
Bring it. Were you very disappointed?
The duck or the pheasant, sir?
Certainly.
And then I decided I'd become a sailor.
A sailor?
Mm-hmm. I like storms. I love it when it gets dark and it thunders and the lightning zigzags across the roof. Of course, I'm scared to death, but I love it.
How about the pheasant, sir?
Hello. Oh, the pheasant. Oh, most marvelous pheasant I've ever eaten. Thank you very much. When I was a little boy, I wanted to be a pirate.
Oh, yes. That's another thing little girls couldn't be.
See, I work in a bank now, and I have to live in a city.
I'd have stayed on the plantation and let them have their old bank.
Well, people want different things from life.
What do you want?
What most men want. Position, money, power.
Power, what's that? Just to be able to tell people what to do. My stepmother does that all the time.
Well, what do you want of life?
Nothing.
Oh, come. Everybody wants something.
I don't. I'd like to travel a little bit. I'd like to meet all kinds of people. I'd like to work someplace besides the store. I don't want anything.
Well, we are very different.
Of course we are. That's why I like to talk to you.
Your check, sir.
Come on, tell me some more things.
So your check?
You really want to hear more?
Mister, it is late. We are closed. You are the only people here for the past 2 hours. Mister, here's your check.
Well, we start when I was 8 months old. I got the most wonderful tooth.
Oh, you'll have to hurry.
Oh, we have plenty of time. What are you going to do now? I mean, after I go away?
Oh, I'll probably stand on the wharf and watch the boat as it goes out, listen to the music as it comes across the water. And then I'll go back to the store and do all that work that I should have been doing since this afternoon.
Ah, but you did something much better with those hours. You gave them to a stranger.
You're not a stranger, Walter Saxel. You're a very old friend. Or is that a silly thing to say?
No, I think it's very nice. We are old friends.
Yes. I feel I've never known anyone as well as I know you.
Ready to cast off, sir.
Well, goodbye.
Goodbye. If you didn't mind.
No. But you'll have to hurry.
Well, you sound as if you really want me to go.
Well, there isn't another boat until tomorrow night.
Do you have to go back to work?
No. I mean, I ought to, but whether I go back to work or not, you better take this boat. I mean, I don't want you to miss it on my account. Oh, look, there goes the gangplank. You'll never get aboard now. Oh, really? You can't get aboard now.
I know it.
You'll have to wait over until tomorrow. And I've never been so happy about anything in my life.
If you would like to know a quick, easy way to ease the pain of a headache, neuritis, or neuralgia, then by all means try Anacin. Your own dentist or physician may at one time or another have handed you an envelope containing Anacin tablets. Then you already know how incredibly fast and effectively Anacin brings relief. Anacin is like a doctor's prescription. That is, Anacin contains not just one, but a combination of medically proven active ingredients. For your own sake, try Anacin. Anacin is sold to you on this guarantee. If the first few tablets do not give you all the relief you want as fast as you want it, you may return the unused portion and your money will be refunded. You can get Anacin tablets at any drug counter. Anacin comes in handy boxes of 12 and 30 tablets, and economical family-sized bottles of 50 and 100.
The novel Backstreet from 1931 was adapted 3 times for the screen. The first time was in 1932. That starred Irene Dunne and John Bowles. And, of course, that was pre-code, so they did some things that you couldn't do in later motion pictures. But in 1941, and the one that we think we're adapting it from this time, Margaret Sullivan and Charles Boyer, Sullivan relinquishing top billing to ensure Boyer accepted the role. It was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Musical Score. It would be adapted, this adaptation, of course, was in 1951, that you're hearing today on the radio. And it would be adapted again in 1961, Susan Hayward and John Gavin and Vera Miles. And that was nominated for Best Costume Design. We'll talk more about this later on. But right now, let us take a quick break from the Screen Directors Playhouse production of Backstreet from this date back in 1951.
Do you know how old the school building in your community is? If it's over 25 years old, the chances are that it's woefully inadequate. Join with the groups in your community working for better school conditions. Remember, better schools build a stronger America.
We'll head you back now to the Screen Directors Playhouse, 75 years ago, May 24th, 1951.
And now the second act of the Screen Directors Playhouse presentation of Backstreet, starring Mercedes McCambridge and Charles Boyer.
I didn't leave Cincinnati the next day either. Ray and I walked to the pier and arm in arm watched the river boat pull out. Music playing, flags flying. I knew I shouldn't be staying. I knew that I had no right to this newfound happiness. But I didn't have the courage to leave it. The next morning, when I phoned Ray at the store, I found her waiting for the call. She had planned a picnic, lunch baskets and all. And by noon, we were in a quiet bit of farmland, watching great banks of fleecy clouds drift lazily across the sky.
There's a cloud up there that looks like an elephant.
Which one?
That one. Can't you see it?
No. Oh, this one looks like... What does it look like? The one with the feathers.
I don't know. I used to dream that I was falling from way up high. And then just before I'd hit the earth, I'd wake up.
Have you ever been up in a balloon?
Oh, no, but I'd love to go sometime.
It's very cold up there.
Isn't it? Looks warm. Where would you like to live if you could live any place in the whole world?
Oh, I like to live wherever I am. Places are not so different.
But if you could live any place in the whole world that you wanted to, where would you go?
I really don't know. What place do you like?
Oh, my place is a mountain. Very high mountain. And it hasn't any name.
Just a mountain.
Mm-hmm. And it hasn't any houses except our house. And we'd live there all alone. And once a year we'd come down from the mountain and go to New York.
No, not New York.
Wouldn't you like to go to New York?
But...
Well, maybe I wouldn't like New York myself, but we could go to some city. We could go to New Orleans. We could go to... Walter?
Yes?
What's wrong?
Wrong?
Mm-hmm. And suddenly you look so practical.
Well, sometimes we have to be practical. Even when we look at the sky. I'm leaving tomorrow, Ray. There is a boat at noon.
Oh.
I've been trying to tell you about it all day.
Every day you didn't leave, I said one day he will.
You see, they telegraphed today.
Well, Walter, don't look so sad about it. I know you can't put off your business forever. And I know that it can't keep you away forever.
But it will, Ray.
What? Keep you forever?
Yes.
You mean you're never coming back here? That's what you do mean. It isn't a business deal then, is it, Walter?
My fiancée. She lives in Louisville. Our engagement is already announced.
Well, is she pretty? Never mind. I wish I could think of something to say, but I can't.
Please don't cry.
I'm not going to cry. I'm not even going to laugh. I'm not going to do anything, and I'm not going to let you say another word, not now or ever. There's that cloud. It's changed into a swan now. By the time it changes into something else, you'll be gone. And if I don't see you go, I won't mind anything else.
Ray.
Well, believe that, Walter. I won't mind at all if I don't see you go. It's changing now. It's too early to tell yet. But I think this time it's going to be a ship. Walter? Walter?
Where is your phone, please?
Hanging right there, mister.
Oh, isn't there a more quiet place?
Look, mister, it's Sunday. You're lucky to find this one. Go ahead, get done with it.
All right, thank you. 1195, please. That's right. How long before the boat leaves?
About 40 minutes.
Hello, Ray.
No, I can't hear your voice.
Walter.
Walter? Oh, Walter.
Ray, I had to call you. There is something I want to tell you.
I can't hear you.
Listen, Ray, listen carefully. You must come down here right away. Right away, please.
Oh, Walter, I shouldn't do that.
What?
I said I shouldn't do that. Oh, but I will, Walter, I will. I'll hurry.
Yes, hurry.
Right away, my darling.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Anything else, sir?
Well, you might tell me where the nearest place is where a man could get married, if he wanted to.
Oh, that's easy. Get married on board. We picked up a preacher at Natchez. He'll tie the knot just as tight as anybody in the wide world.
Right on the dot. When a lady says noon Sunday, I'm there at noon Sunday. Never keep a lady waiting, or she might not wait long enough.
Oh, Harry,
Now, where shall it be? The main highway or the country lane where the little birds sing and the chipmunks play?
Look, I can't go with you.
What do you mean I can't go myself? Look at that beautiful horse I brought with me. Why, even he would laugh at me.
Well, I'm sorry, but I made another engagement.
Well, too bad. First come, first served.
No, I'm sorry. I have somebody waiting for me at the boat landing.
You have? Well, and just to show you that Harry Niles is a good sport, if you want to meet him at the boat landing, I'll take you to the boat landing.
Oh, will you really? Oh, thank you. I'm in an awful hurry.
Well, come on then. Jump in. You'll get there a whole lot faster with this high stepper than you will in a hack.
Harry, this isn't the right way to the boat landing.
Well, it's the way we're going, sister.
Harry, you stop this horse right this minute. We're miles away.
Well, I must have made a mistake.
But you've got to take me back.
Not me. I'm not Ed Porter or one of those soft sapsuckers. You made a date with me, and now you're keeping it.
Oh, Harry, I told you this is the most important...
Yes, I know. Everybody told me. You're the girl that wraps men around your little finger. Well, you can do that to every drummer that makes this big, but you can't do it to me.
I've got to get back.
All right, go ahead. I'm not stopping you, and I'm not taking you either. You want to get to the boat landing? Get out and walk.
Pardon me. Excuse me, I'll get through. Oh, I'm sorry. Please let me through, please. Pardon me, please. I've got to. Walter. Walter.
I stayed on the dock until they were pulling up the gangplank, straining my eyes, hoping against seconds that I would see her. At the last moment, I phoned once more, and her stepmother told me that she had gone driving with a friend. The cloud had changed again, I told myself. This time it was in the shape of a broken heart. I boarded a river boat and wrote Finney to the episode of Ray Smith. Did not make me happy, but I was determined to forget her. I plunged into my work and found success, and with it a new life. 5 years later, in New York, I was preparing to close my desk for the day.
Walter!
Yes, Uncle Felix?
Walter, this guaranteed 7% on the preferred.
Oh, I checked that. It's a sound guarantee on their earning report.
I just wanted to be sure. Are you going to dine at home tonight?
I suppose so. I would ask you to come along and have dinner with us, but Corinne is busy with some committee and won't be home until later.
Corinne's pretty busy these days, isn't she?
Well, you know she loves to be on committees.
Well, I'll just stay and look over this report of yours again, Walter. That's a beautiful job.
Why, thank you, Uncle Felix.
And say...
Yes?
You might tell Corinne, if she lights long enough in one place to listen, that I said her husband was a pretty fine banker. Good night.
Good night.
Miss.
Yes?
I beg your pardon, but...
Walter Saxel. How are you?
Why, Ray Smith. What are you doing here in New York?
I live here.
No.
Yes, I have for almost 5 years.
You haven't changed. Well, you have a little bit. It's good.
Oh, I've done very well. I'm designing clothes for the biggest ready-to-wear house in the city.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And you're a big, important New York banker.
Oh, well, I'm in the banking business. Just around the corner, Darren and Holmes.
And I am the very conceited father of a son.
You are? Congratulations.
I can't get over this.
Yes, I must have passed this corner dozens of times.
Well, that's funny. I go by here every day.
I've often wondered if I'd ever run into you.
Well, now that you have, let's have dinner together.
Oh, aren't you expected at home?
No. I very often stay downtown.
Well, Walter,
Maybe you are married and expected home yourself?
No, but I have an appointment.
Oh, is it with somebody very special?
Oh, just a friend.
Oh, then break it. Come on, please. Once every 5 years is not too often to have dinner with an old friend. Now tell me, Ray. Tell me. Why didn't you come to the boat landing that Sunday?
Oh.
I didn't mean to ask you that. I'm sorry.
No, I've been thinking about it all evening.
Of course, I was very disappointed. I think I was jealous, too, after I spoke to your stepmother. But the minister, he was furious. Mind you, it was to be his first wedding aboard ship.
His wedding?
Yes. I had everything arranged. Oh, it was to be a big surprise for you. But it really was a big surprise for me when I found that you had gone out with somebody else. What's the matter? Ray, what is it?
I didn't go out with somebody else.
You didn't?
I was only trying to get to you. I think I've been trying to get to you all my life, but I'm always just a little late. Like that day in Cincinnati, I stood there on the dock and watched the boat until it disappeared.
If only I had known. Everything would have been different.
Let's not talk about it. It's just something that might have happened and didn't.
I've never forgotten you. Not for a moment.
Walter, we can't see each other again.
But I have to see you.
Oh, it's too late. It's been 5 years. We're not the same people. You have your life. I have mine.
I'm not sure it's too late, Ray.
If only we hadn't met today.
But we did.
Oh, please, Walter, don't. Oh, don't touch me. I'm frightened.
You mustn't be.
Aren't you?
Yes. We were meant to be together, Ray. That's why we met again. I've always known that it would happen. One day.
And now, this is Jimmy Wallington again. And here's a word from RCA Victor. It will pay you to remember this name, the RCA Victor Regency. Yes, remember the Regency. Remember the Regency when you buy television. If it's value you want, remember the Regency. If it's performance you want, remember the Regency. If it's quality you want, remember the Regency. Here is the world's finest television at a low cost that will amaze you. RCA Victor 17-inch million-proof television. Quality proven in over 2 million homes. Television with the clearest, brightest, steadiest pictures ever. And the Regency is more than a television set. Its superb console cabinet is a fine furniture piece, too. A magnificent example of RCA Victor craftsmanship that you will be proud to have in your home. The Regency, the console television that brings you more for your money. Write that name down now. The RCA Victor Regency. You are listening to the Screen Directors Playhouse, one of the weekly features on NBC's All-Star Festival. Brought to you by Cannon Towels, America's favorite towels that are special values now during the big Cannon Towel sales now going on at your favorite store. By the makers of Anacin for the fast relief from the pain of headache, neuritis, and neuralgia. And by RCA Victor, world leader in radio, first in recorded music, first in television. The Screen Directors Playhouse presentation of Backstreet, starring Charles Boyer and Mercedes McCambridge, will continue in just a moment after a brief pause for station identification.
May 24th, 1951, Screen Directors Playhouse on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
Alert Americans will heed history's lessons. Throughout history, surprise has had a leading role in military disasters. Today, an enemy capable of surprise air attack could leave chaos in his wake. That's why you should be in the Civilian Ground Observer Corps, volunteering a few hours a week to guard our skies. Be a ground observer. Contact your local civilian defense office.
Well, it appears that Backstreet was profitable. $675,000 budget. Boyer and Margaret Sullivan were strong draws at the box office. And the appeal of Fannie Hurst's best-selling novel being redone, even though the movie had been done just 9 years earlier based on the novel. Historical records confirm the film was a Class A attraction that helped boost Universal's earnings during the wartime economic climate. And, of course, they did some reruns during some areas there. They don't really know how much was done. But that is the bottom line there. So we can't find any exact figures for the box office, but apparently it was successful. And they went back and they did it 20 years later. So, strong stories can always go. Let's go with the next act of the Screen Directors Playhouse. 75 years ago, May 24th, 1951.
This is the Screen Directors Playhouse. We continue with the third act of Backstreet, starring Charles Boyer in his original role of Walter Saxel and Mercedes McCambridge as Ray Smith.
That winter, New York took on a new magic. Life had a new meaning, and a feeling of inspiration began to creep into my work and my thoughts. I was spurred on to a success I had never imagined, and my mind was filled with a beauty I had never known before.
How do you like it?
Oh, that's charming. It's so sunny, so friendly.
Yes, I love it. I've taken a year's lease because it seems like such a happy place. It's not a bit like a New York apartment.
Tell me, am I interrupting your work?
There's nothing I like better than having my work interrupted.
Let me see the designs. Is this the newest on the drawing board?
Yes, but I'd rather hear about today in the banking world.
Oh, I'm afraid that's but a dull conversation.
On the contrary, it's fascinating. I've been reading up on banks, and you'd be surprised at all I've learned.
I certainly would.
Did United Banking cut their dividend rate?
Now, how in the world would you know anything about that?
I told you you'd be surprised.
Well, as a matter of fact, they did.
And does anybody care?
You and I don't, but at my house, everybody cares.
Including you?
Well, I should, because at this very moment I should be working on a statement for the press. Of course, Uncle Felix would make it, but I would have to write it.
And what will you say?
Well, I don't know. That takes some thought. Let's see. I would say the dividend cut is justified. United Banking's amortization plan is for future, or rather against future decreases in revenue.
Couldn't you just say it's a wise company that saves up something for a rainy day?
What do you say? It is a wise company
that saves up something for a rainy day.
But that's wonderful. Oh, Uncle Felix will love that. Why, that's an inspiration.
Thank you.
What are you laughing at?
I'm just wondering what Uncle Felix would say if he knew that it had been my inspiration.
He would probably fire me from the bank, and Corinne would get a divorce.
Yes. That's what I thought.
We've never talked about that, have we?
No, we never have.
Do you want me to divorce Corinne?
It would mean that you'd have to divorce so many other things besides Corinne. Your son, your career. No, Walter, I'm afraid that sooner or later you'd feel that you'd lost all those things on account of me.
Why do you say that?
Because I know how much you need them. Anyhow, I'm glad you asked me. Now, what is it that you're going to tell Uncle Felix?
Oh, yes. Yes, it's a wise... What was it?
It's a wise company
that saves up something for a rainy day. Excellent.
It's always an event to close the ledger on the end of a good year and look forward to the beginning of a better one.
Indeed it is.
It's too bad that you're not in Florida tonight with Corinne and Richard.
Yes. Yes, I thought I might make it, but there's been so much to do on that report.
What are you doing tonight?
Oh, nothing special. Probably stay home. I'm pretty tired.
Why don't you join us? I don't like to think of you being alone on New Year's Eve.
Well, I'm going to the club. After a shower and a clean-up, maybe I'll feel different. Supposing I give you a ring.
Fine. Please try and make it. I suspect that you're alone far too much these days.
Well, Happy New Year, Uncle Felix.
The same to you, my boy. See you later.
I didn't trust the look in Uncle Felix's eye. I had visions of being pursued to make sure that I would have a happy New Year's Eve. And I knew that in Ray's apartment, everything was set up for a charming celebration for two, and that I was expected there as soon as I could get dressed. I hurried to the club and got myself into white tie as quickly as humanly possible. As I ran down the stairs on my way to Ray...
Happy New Year, Walter.
Oh, Happy New Year.
You didn't think we were going to let you sit by yourself in the club tonight, did you? This is no night to be alone. I've brought a rescue party.
Oh, well, it's very nice of you, but I don't want to break in on your party.
Oh, what are you talking about, Walter? Why, Corinne would never forgive me if she thought I neglected you on New Year's Eve.
Delightful party, Uncle Felix. Well, I think I'd better go now.
Certainly not, my boy. Come on outside a moment. I have a little present for you.
Oh, that's very kind.
You've been working pretty hard, Walter.
Well, no harder on you.
Oh, I don't mind you doing it. In fact, I think it's good for you. But hard work is no fun unless you get a reward.
I'm not complaining.
You're in line for bigger things. How would you like to check up on our foreign offices to take care of our European business?
Oh, this is the one job I really like.
Well, you've got the job. How soon can you leave for Europe?
Right away. I mean, next week.
Then you better telegraph Corinne to come back to New York at once, because she's going with you.
Oh, well, don't you think on a business trip like this, I'd better go alone? I mean, for the first time?
No. You'll be gone 6 months at least. Maybe more.
Well, she could join me, perhaps.
No, Walter. Either Corinne goes with you, or I'll send someone else.
Oh, I see. Sounds like an order.
Let's call it a condition. A condition of the job. Corinne's been going too many places alone. And so have you. Walter, people notice these things. Not at first, perhaps, but later on.
If there is something you're trying to say, I wish you'd say it.
It isn't necessary to say everything. You and Corinne take this trip and have a good time. And beginning tomorrow, you come into the firm as a full-fledged partner. Congratulations.
Thank you. Good night, Uncle Felix. Ray.
Walter? Oh, hello. I thought you'd never come.
Oh, so did I. I tried to telephone, I tried to get away, I tried everything. And look at that lovely table. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, it doesn't matter now. I just thought something awful had happened to you.
On the contrary, something very wonderful. In fact, something we must drink to.
Oh, what? Oh, tell me, what?
Just 1 minute. Now you may drink a toast to the new partner in Darren and Holmes.
Oh, Walter, no.
That's why I'm so late. I couldn't get away from them. You would have been very proud of me tonight.
I'm always very proud of you. Here's all the luck in the world.
Do you realize how much of this is due to you?
I only know how happy I am when you're with me.
You've been a constant inspiration. You have learned almost as much about my business as I know myself after all my years of experience. Talking to you has been the basis for the soundest decisions of my career.
Thank you, darling. It's good to feel that I haven't been completely useless.
My partnership has given me a new responsibility.
Of course it has.
No, I mean a specific one. I am in charge of all foreign business, and I'm going to Europe to see my branch manager.
Europe? When?
Oh, in about a week.
A week?
Yes. I will probably sail next Friday, 1 minute after midnight. It really will be Saturday. Friday is bad luck anyway.
Yes, it is.
No, it's only 5 or 6 weeks, you know.
I can't go with you, can I?
Well, you don't want to go. It's a business trip, and it won't be for long.
I want to be wherever you are. I don't care how long I have to wait to see you if I just know that there's a chance that you'll telephone or that I'll get to see you for a minute.
I can't take you, Ray.
Oh.
Well, don't you think I'm disappointed, too?
Once you said that all you wanted out of life was money and power. Well, you're getting it.
Well, I did not ask for this job, you know. They're sending me.
Don't let them send you.
What do you want me to do? Throw my chances out the window just because I have to leave New York for a few weeks?
A few weeks? You'll be gone for months, Walter. And you won't have to be alone. You'll have your friends and your business and your life.
This is my job. I thought of all the people on Earth, you would understand that.
I don't want to understand it. I just don't want you to go.
Oh, you know very well I'd rather be here with you than any place in the world.
I guess that's all I wanted to hear you say. That's all I really need. To have you close to me.
I need you too, Ray. You believe that?
If I didn't believe it, I'd die.
Happy New Year, my darling.
Happy New Year. Dear Ray, hope to be home soon. Dear Ray, sent to Switzerland. We'll be here another month. Miss you. Dear Ray, staying in England for a while. We'll sail from London to New York as soon as possible.
Hello.
Walter! Oh, my darling, I've waited and waited for this, and the day you arrive, I have to be out.
Let me look at you. No place did I see anyone like you.
Oh, I thought that you'd never come home. Oh, tell me all about your trip.
Oh, I saw so many things, met so many people, I wouldn't know where to start. We went everywhere.
And were you a big success?
Yes, the bank is very happy. But it's good to be home and see you here. I missed you.
If I'd known you were coming in today, I'd have been out on that roof watching every boat that came up the river. Oh, you've been gone such a long time.
Yes, I know. Much longer than I thought I would be. And then, when we were just about ready to sail, everything on the Mauritania was taken. So we had to wait another 3 weeks because we wanted to come back on that boat.
But I waited here the whole day. The Mauritania got in. That must have been 5 days ago.
Monday. Well, that's right, yes.
Why haven't you come to see me?
Oh, you don't know. I've been busy every minute since we landed.
Well, you could have phoned.
Well, no, really. All those reports to make out and meetings to attend.
Walter, I'm not very important in your life anymore, am I?
Not very important? Hey, what do you mean?
Once you promised me that you'd never pretend or lie. You don't have to now.
Well, aren't you the one who is pretending now?
No.
You know that you are a part of my life. I never said you were all of it.
I thought I was more than I am.
You are the one person in the world I always want to see. You are the only one I know who has taught me that there is something more to living than work and ambition for money. That's a lot to me and to anybody.
But it's not enough.
What has changed you?
I don't know. Maybe I've changed because you have.
But I haven't. You belong in my life. You have since that first day. You will always belong in it.
Walter.
Yes, my dear.
I'm afraid I'll always be outside your life. But I've got to tell you something.
Go on.
While you were away, I spent most of my life right here in this room, waiting. Waiting for any morsel that you might throw me, a postcard, a letter. It didn't matter. And then one day, Court Stanton came to town and looked me up.
Court Stanton?
Yes, he's a boy from home. I've known him all my life. He'd always thought that someday we'd be married. And he's become very successful. The automobile business.
Are you in love with him?
I'm going to marry him.
Are you in love with him?
I'm very glad you're back, Walter. Good night.
You know, Ray, the nicest thing you ever did was to send for me.
You're my oldest friend, Ed. That's why I asked Court to let you give me away.
Well, it's time we got on board. The Detroit Express leaves in about 5 or 6 minutes. Well, what do you know? Look who's here. Hello, Mr. Saxel. Remember me? How are things in New Orleans? Oh, I forgot you're in New York now. Been reading some great things about you. Want you to meet an old friend of mine, Miss Ray Smith. She's on her way to Detroit.
Walter.
Hello, Ray.
Oh, you two know each other? Say, I remember. I introduced you myself.
Walter, what are you doing here?
I came here to see you.
Oh, well, Mr. Saxel, Miss Smith has to catch a train.
You didn't write me, you know.
Where could I write to you?
Miss Smith's going on to Detroit tonight. She's going to be married, Mr. Saxel.
Please, Ed.
All right, Ray. Somehow I feel responsible.
Please.
I'll be on the train, Ray.
Thank you, Ed.
Oh, goodbye, Mr.
You haven't the faintest idea who he is, have you?
No, I never remember names.
Ed Porter.
Oh, yes, yes.
You heard him say that I'm going to be married.
I heard you say it, too, before. I just came because I want to wish you every happiness.
I'm going to be happy. I've known him for a long time, even longer than I've known you.
I know. I hope he'll give you everything you want out of life.
He will. I'm never going to be lonely again. I'm going to fill his whole life, every corner of it.
He will adore you. You will make a wonderful home for him. But it's good to know that you are happy and that you are doing a wise thing.
It isn't too late for me to be wise. Is it, Walter? I don't know how to say goodbye, but we have to say it and mean it. This is the last time we're ever going to say anything to each other. The last time we're ever going to think about each other.
I suppose it might have been easier if I had stayed away.
I couldn't go back to just waiting. Could I? Not knowing whether I'd see you one day or the next, or for weeks or for months. Could I, Walter? Could I?
I'm not going to let you go, Ray.
Oh. And I tried so hard. Oh, Walter. What's to become of us?
20 years from that night, in the Cincinnati Railroad Station, I boarded the Mauritania once more, this time with my wife and family. It was again a most important trip, but a trip for which I felt completely equipped and ready. Ray, who had become a master of finance, was already on board. Her shrewd thinking and ready wit had become the background of all my planning and strategy.
Dad?
Yes, Dick?
The press are on board to see you.
Oh, good. Always delighted to see them. Where are they?
I asked them to wait in the stateroom.
Oh, splendid. One day you will be a fine diplomat.
May I come with you, Daddy?
Well, of course.
I'm Blake of the Associated News, Mr. Saxel. There's a story out of Washington that you're going to Europe as head of the American Commission.
Oh, really? Oh, Mr. Blake, this is my daughter, Elizabeth, and my son, Richard.
Oh, how do you do?
Hello.
How do you do? You're going to Deauville first, I understand, to make it look like a vacation, but your real destination is Geneva.
Well, if the story from Washington said it, it must be true.
Are you going to Paris to see the American ambassador before you go to the conference?
That is difficult to answer now.
Well, as the chairman of the Financial Commission, would you like to tell us what your policy will be on trade agreements?
I believe, gentlemen, that all news on that should come from the State Department. I really can't say a thing. I'm sorry.
You mind if we shoot some pictures?
No. Go right ahead.
We'll go out on deck.
All right, if you'll just step this way, please. You and Mrs. Saxon.
Dick, look.
What?
There she is again.
I didn't know you knew about her.
I've seen her often enough, and you can't help hearing about her. She knows we're staring. Come on.
No. I'm not going to budge. It's time somebody did something about her.
Who's going to do it?
I am.
warned you I wouldn't see much of you this trip.
I know. I understand that. Oh, you look tired.
Oh, I am.
How late did they keep you at your conference last night?
Oh, till way after 1 o'clock. What did you do?
Went gambling.
Don't tell me you won again.
Mm-hmm.
You're too lucky. Oh, did you read my speech?
Yes, I did, and it's good. In fact, I think it's the very best one you've ever written.
We've ever written.
All right.
Well, if you like it, I know it's good.
Are you still going to Geneva tonight?
Yes. I think I should be there a few days ahead, rehearse my little talk and hobnob with the diplomats. I wish I could take you with me.
You know, you can't possibly. One little bit of malicious gossip and the best chance of your life would be gone.
Now, who is being careful? And ambitious, too.
Only for you.
Same old Ray. You never change.
That's a fine thing to say to a gray-haired old lady.
The very prettiest gray-haired old lady that a gray-haired old man ever said it about. Well, good night, my dear. As soon as I get back from Geneva, we'll have a whole day to spend together.
Don't worry about me. I shall be very happy at the casino. Good luck. Just a moment.
I think you know who I am, Miss Smith.
Of course. You're Richard Saxel.
I followed you here from the casino. I knew you couldn't have retired. I wanted you to know that I've known about you for years.
I see.
I didn't come here to argue with you. I came here to warn you. Leave us alone, Miss Smith. Just get out of our lives.
Please, I think you'd better go.
Not until I know that you'll leave us alone. I'll see to it that you lose nothing by it. Materially, that is.
Get out.
Hello, Richard. What are you doing here?
I've got a right to be here.
Well, I didn't question that, my boy. I merely asked you what you were doing here.
You ought to know that without asking me.
Sit down, Richard. I want to talk to you. Sit down. Long before I married your mother, years before you were born, I met Ray Smith. And for 25 years, we've loved each other. I suppose you are still too young to know just how long that is, or what it has meant to me. If I were to try to tell you all there is to say about Ray, you couldn't possibly believe it. For here is a woman who has completely sacrificed her entire life to make one man happy and successful.
What am I supposed to do? Start cheering?
You are supposed to understand if you are big enough.
And if I'm not big enough?
Then, my boy, I'm afraid you're supposed to mind your own business and get out.
I'll get out. But I can have my opinion. For 25 years, you've been selfish enough to sacrifice all of us for her.
Give me a glass of water, please.
Yes, of course. Why did you come back from Geneva so soon?
I've been removed as head of the commission.
Walter, why?
I don't know. It was all very official and very polite.
Did they hear about us?
I tell you, I don't know. I don't mind losing that job. All I want to do now is rest.
First your son, and now your best chance. And I've cost you both of them.
Don't ever leave me, Ray.
Oh, I won't. You know I won't.
Well, tomorrow is our day together. We'll have the whole day to ourselves. I'll come over for breakfast in the morning. Would you like that?
You look so tired.
No, I feel fine.
Let me hold your coat for you.
Thank you. What did Richard say before I got here?
Oh, nothing that matters.
Well,
now you go. You get some sleep. Good night, darling.
Good night. Richard, I want to speak to you.
I don't want to discuss it.
Sit down. I want you to know. I want you...
Dad? What is it? What is it?
I don't know.
Here, let me help you. I'll get Mother.
No. Phone. Phone.
I won't.
Richard. Phone. Get me. Get me Montparnasse.
Montparnasse?
Yes. 6, 7, 5, 4.
Montparnasse, 6754.
Yeah. Give it to me.
Yes?
Ray?
Walter? What is it? What's happened?
Ray?
Walter? I'm here. I'm listening. What is it?
Forgive me, Ray. Forgive.
Dad? Dad!
I never saw you again, Walter. But you're still with me. You're here now in this very room. I can feel you all around me. Your son was here. And now he's gone to get a doctor for me. He doesn't know it's too late. He was nice to me, Walter. He could have been my son. Our son. Had I met you at the boat landing on that Sunday all those years ago.
Thank you, Charles Boyer and Mercedes McCambridge, for a magnificent performance. Our stars will return in just a moment with screen director Robert Stevenson. Next week, the Screen Directors Playhouse will present for the first time on the air that great Paramount production, Beyond Glory. And our star will be Alan Ladd with Peter Hansen and screen director John Farrell. Now, here again are tonight's stars, Charles Boyer and Mercedes McCambridge.
You have heard of the amazing things that happen in Hollywood. One of them is that a good picture can emerge with the strange chemistry of people behind it. For instance, Fanny Hurst wrote a story of Middle West America. I was forgiven my accent by a line in the script making me a Louisiana Frenchman. Our director, possibly the most important ingredient, was chosen. Why? Because, naturally, he was an Englishman.
Oh, but how do you explain Margaret Sullivan?
Oh, my dear, you don't have to explain Margaret Sullivan. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present our director, Mr. Robert Stevenson.
Thank you, everyone. And Charles, you are as convincing as you were 11 years ago.
Well, I should be. I'm 11 years wiser.
You're a delight, Mercedes.
Thank you, Bob.
Charles, I watched your performance with the first drama quartet. This is really a new form of show business.
Yes, and a very exciting one.
Well, have you all broken up, Charles?
Oh, no. Charles Lawton, Agnes Moorehead, Cedric Hardwick, and I are all just finishing picture commitments. Then we get together again and sail for our appearances at the Festival of Britain.
Well, it's terrific. Everyone should see it. And when you come back, let's you and Mercedes and I make a picture together.
I know. Let's make it a sequel.
All right, let's call it Blackstreet.
Oh.
Fanny Hurst wouldn't mind.
Oh, yes, she would. I represent Fanny Hurst.
Walter O'Keefe. Since when have you been representing Fanny Hurst?
I don't, but I had to find some way of getting on.
You've been getting on for years.
I've heard a rumor that his real trouble is getting off.
That's no rumor, Bob.
Well, you can't get off the stage tonight, Walter, without our sincere congratulations for 21 successful years in radio.
That's right, Walter. And the best of luck from all of us for the next 21 years.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Good night, Walter. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
The photoplay Backstreet was based on a novel by Fanny Hurst. It was presented through the courtesy of Universal International Pictures, who will soon release Hollywood Story, co-starring Richard Conte and Julia Adams. Charles Boyer will soon be seen in the Paramount production Rage of the Vulture. Mercedes McCambridge can currently be seen in the United Artists production The Scarf. Included in tonight's cast were Dick Crenna, Herbert Rawlinson, Eddie Marr, Peter Leeds, Norma Jean Nielsen, and Bob Bruce. Backstreet was adapted for tonight's performance by Nat Wolff. Screen Directors Playhouse is produced by Howard Wiley and directed by Bill Karn. Portions of tonight's broadcast were transcribed. This is Jimmy Wallington speaking, and inviting you to listen next week when the Screen Directors Playhouse presents Beyond Glory, starring Alan Ladd with Peter Hansen and screen director John Farrell.
Tomorrow, The Man Called X brings mystery excitement on NBC.
75 years ago, May 24th, 1951, Screen Directors Playhouse here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. On Monday's podcast, we'll have radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense, the original, Sorry, Wrong Number, going all the way back to 1943 with Agnes Moorehead, the very first production of that show that would be repeated numerous times on Suspense. Also from 1954, Barry Craig Confidential Investigator, starring William Gargan, and The Corpse Who Was Wrong. A 1943 production of Lights Out, A Little Old Lady, and The Whistler from 1953, The Charming Hostess. On Tuesday, we'll get back to comedy, and you can't get better than Fred Allen with Jack Benny. And Fred moves into the game show field, doing King for a Day. Also, Jimmy Durante from 1948. Willard Waterman as the Great Gildersleeve in A Visit from Aunt Hattie. And Lou Costello joins the Foreign Legion in a 1948 edition of Abbott and Costello. On Wednesday, it'll be Fibber and Molly as Fibber makes a record. My Favorite Husband, Liz, is in the hospital. Jack Benny as Jack visits the doctor, so we're going to get the AMA in on this. And the Old Gold Comedy Theater 1945 production of June Moon, Jack Carson and Frank McHugh. Then on Thursday, we will have I Was a Communist for the FBI, Traitors for Hire, Inner Sanctum Mysteries, The Adventures of Frank Merriwell, and Did Justice Triumph? Friday, 3 Westerns, Frontier Town, Gunsmoke, Have Gun Will Travel, and Box Office from Memorial Day, 1942. On Saturday, Harold Perry's in the 1943 Memorial Day Parade on the Great Gildersleeve. We'll have Harold Perry's 1951 show, where Harold is Marshal for a day, and the Chase and Sanborn Hour. A week from today, we'll have that Alan Ladd Beyond Glory, an adaptation of that 1948 movie from 1951 Screen Directors Playhouse. Let George Do It, and Dragnet, The Big Bindle. That's coming up a week from today here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Visit anytime at classicradio.stream. Up next, radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense, Herbert Marshall in As My Own Murderer.
Driving tonight? Then remember this. Most highway deaths are caused by two temptations, to cut out of line and to go too fast. Crossing the center line of the road is more dangerous than you realize. Statistics prove it. Excessive speed is just as dangerous as officials say. You can predict your own impulses, but you can never predict the other drivers when driving tonight. Drive cautiously, please.
Radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense. Herbert Marshall, not as the man called X, but in an episode of Suspense from 81 years ago, May 24th, 1945, My Own Murderer.
Now, the Roma Wine Company of Fresno, California presents
Suspense. Tonight, Roma Wines bring you the suspenseful play called My Own Murderer, starring Mr. Herbert Marshall.
Suspense is presented for your enjoyment by Roma Wines. That's R-O-M-A, Roma Wines. Those excellent California wines that can add so much pleasantness to the way you live, to your happiness in entertaining guests, to your enjoyment of everyday meals. Yes, right now a glassful would be very pleasant, as Roma Wines bring you a remarkable tale of suspense.
And with the drama called My Own Murderer, and with the performance of Mr. Herbert Marshall, Roma Wines hope indeed to keep you in suspense.
I was never really much attracted by Alan Rennick, even before he murdered Baines. It had been a raw March day, and I returned home at about 11:30 in the evening to find Alan Rennick waiting on my doorstep.
Hello, Dick.
Alan, what on earth are you doing here?
It's a long story, old boy. Aren't you going to ask me in, or is it your habit to keep people waiting on your threshold?
Well, give me a chance. After you.
I say, this is cozy.
Yeah, just about right for a bachelor who never entertains. I guess it wouldn't do for you at all.
I wouldn't be too sure of that. Just one bedroom?
There's a spare, but I've never used it.
Not very hospitable, are you, old trout?
I've never had any occasion to be.
Well, you have now.
What's on your mind, Alan?
I'm coming to that. Remember Baines, my butler and valet?
Vaguely.
Well, Baines turned out a bad penny. Tried to blackmail me, as a matter of fact.
Blackmail?
Yes, he got hold of some letters written to me by a lady.
A married lady?
You guessed it. Since you're my legal advisor, you may as well know the whole story. They were from Anita Kilner.
So you bolted, warned her, and put the police on him?
The police? No, I couldn't afford to do that. One couldn't very well produce Anita's letter.
And you paid Baines the blackmail he wanted, huh?
Certainly not.
Then what?
I'm afraid I lost my temper.
Oh, good Lord, you don't mean to say there was violence?
Of course there was. You don't think I could let a reptile like that go on living?
Let me get this straight. You trying to tell me that you...
I beat his brains out with a poker.
You murdered him?
I suppose that's what the police will call it. It happened this afternoon, around 3 o'clock, I think.
If I'd only known sooner. It's probably too late now to fix up an alibi for you.
You'll think up something, won't you, Dick? You always do when I'm in a jam. And in the meantime, I can hide out here, can't I?
What possible good will that do? They'll track you down here sooner or later, and then we'll both be in the soup. No, Alan. Better get yourself up. Then I'll see what can be done about getting you off. Perhaps we could muss you up a bit and plead self-defense.
Is that the best your devious legal mind can dream up?
At the moment, yes, I'm a little tired.
Well, I'm not going to cooperate. I'm going to stay right here till you figure out a way to get me clear of this.
Alan, be reasonable. For your own good, give yourself up.
Is it my own good you're thinking of? Or is it because you're afraid you'll be caught harboring a criminal and lose your filthy law practice?
That settles it.
What are you doing?
Telephoning the police.
Put that phone down.
It's best this way, believe me, Alan.
I've already committed one murder this evening. I've nothing to lose by committing another.
Sorry, wrong number.
You're really afraid of me, aren't you?
Now, perhaps. Tomorrow I could turn you in with no risk whatsoever. But I don't think I will.
There's a good fellow.
I'll let you stay here, Alan. I'll save your neck for you, too.
Why this sudden change of heart?
You've always thought me rather a worm, haven't you, Alan?
Oh, I say, Dick, old...
You were the dashing man about town, with your escapades and your lordly extravagance and your women running after you. I was just a dull fellow trapped in a musty law office. Now your very life depends on me. I suppose that's why the situation appeals to me. It's an adventure, if you like.
Well, I don't.
I dare say not. It won't be pleasant for you, cooped up in this little flat, with no one but me to talk to.
Well, after all, it's only temporary.
You may not like some aspects of it, even for a little while. You'll have to do your own laundry, of course.
I say.
Checking laundries is a favorite police trick. And no lights must be turned on in the flat when I'm not at home.
You mean I've got to sit here in the dark?
You can go into the kitchen or the bathroom. There are no outside windows in those rooms. Oh, and, talking of the kitchen, I think you ought to have your meals there, even when I'm in. You'll serve me in the dining room.
Look here, do you think I'm your servant or what?
As a matter of fact, it's only fair you should be, since I can't hire any help so long as you're here.
Wouldn't it be simpler and more matey if we both dined in the kitchen?
I'm not used to dining in the kitchen.
Neither am I.
Then the sooner you practice, the better. The future's not going to be so simple for you as the past has been, Alan. But after all, you're very lucky to have a future at all. Eh?
Well, Dick, whatever it is, one thing is certain. I'll have you to thank for it. But I warn you, Dick, if I do hang, it won't be only for Bain's murder, but for yours as well.
For Suspense, Roma Wines are bringing you as star Mr. Herbert Marshall as Richard Sampson, with Norman Lloyd as Alan Rainick in My Own Murderer by Richard Hull, which is Roma Wines' presentation tonight of Suspense.
Between the acts of Suspense, this is Truman Bradley for Roma Wines. Mention the name Elsa Maxwell, and you picture a famous hostess. Mention a meal featuring fish or fowl, and Elsa Maxwell pictures, but let's hear it in her own words.
The thought of a piping hot fish or chicken dinner naturally calls up for me the picture of glasses of chilled Roma California Sauterne at each plate. Roma Sauterne is delicate, pale gold in color, delightful in bouquet, and even more important, exquisite in taste. However, you need not wait for a chicken or fish dinner to serve good Roma Sauterne. It goes perfectly with any food. The one important thing to remember is the name, Roma.
Each glassful of golden Roma Sauterne reflects the heritage of all Roma wines. Flavorful grapes from California's choicest vineyards, gently pressed, then carefully guided with all the ancient skill of Roma wineries to the full goodness you enjoy in every Roma wine. Roma wines do not vary, are always high in quality, yet they cost only pennies a glass. No wonder more Americans enjoy Roma than any other wine. R-O-M-A, Roma Wines.
And now it is with pleasure that we welcome back to our Hollywood soundstage Mr. Herbert Marshall, who, as Richard Sampson in My Own Murderer, continues a narrative well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Should Alan Rennick prove to be my own murderer, as well as Baines's, this document will serve as his death warrant. If not, well, I shall make good use of it anyhow. This, then, is what I decided to do. I was to keep Alan Rennick and hide him where he was in my flat. I had a plan for effecting his escape, but it was more than a month before I had an opportunity to start it in motion. It came quite unexpectedly in the course of my almost daily visits to the Old Bailey. An insurance case preceded mine on the court docket, and I was forced to wait while a revolting red-headed doctor rambled on with his testimony. That red hair of his really fascinated me, but not as much as his medical bag which lay on the bench before me. But when he stepped down from the box, I was already on my way out of the courtroom.
Hey, stop that man. He's stolen my bag.
What's this? What's the trouble, Doctor?
That man, the one with the tortoiseshell glasses, he's made off with my kit.
What was it you say he took?
a black leather bag. You know the type, with my name on it.
I'm afraid he's lost in the crowd by this time, sir. But if your name's on it, could you identify him if you saw him again?
Well, of course I could. He had on tortoiseshell glasses, and he had a bad mastoid scar just under his right ear.
All the time he was talking to the policeman, I was standing not more than 5 paces away, lost among the curious crowd that had collected about them. I left the room with the crowd and hailed a cab. When I had taken what I needed from his bag, I threw it with its remaining contents into the ever-useful Regent's Canal. Its owner's name, stamped on the outer side of it, was as revolting as his red hair. Jeremiah Bloggins. Jeremiah Bloggins. Now my plans for Alan's escape swung into motion. Our chief accomplice was a woman friend of Alan's named Margaret Farley, whom I knew to be the most intelligent of his acquaintances.
Hello, Dick. Where's Alan?
All right, Alan, you can come out now.
Well, it's high time. Hello, Margaret.
Alan. Oh, Alan, my poor, poor darling.
Long time no see. But you're still the prettiest girl in London.
Look, I'm sorry to interrupt this touching little scene, but there's not too much time. Shall we discuss our plan?
Yes, of course.
Well, in essence, this is it. Alan's going to die.
Huh?
What do you mean by that?
I say, isn't that rather extreme?
Not literally, of course. The point is to arrange a bogus death of some sort. To get you declared legally dead, and then you'll assume another identity.
That has possibilities. But what about the body?
Well, I'm afraid I'm forced back on the old expedient of the suicide note. The clothes left on the riverbank, and the body that's never recovered. Later, you're declared legally dead. It's a very old plan.
And rather unlikely to deceive the police for that reason, don't you think, old boy?
Oh, we'll admit later on, if necessary, that it was a put-up job.
What's the good of that?
Don't you see? If the police ask too many questions, Miss Farley here will admit being a party to a bogus suicide. But stick to her story that you were really drowned by misadventure while trying to carry out your plan.
I think it has possibilities, Alan.
Where is this Hellespont that I'm supposed to swim?
Well, I've been studying maps of the English coastline. We should choose the mouth of a river, where the tidal currents are strong enough to sweep a body out to sea. Not too broad a channel, so that it can be easily swum when the tide's at low ebb. And not too near a town or village, so there'll be no unwanted witnesses.
So I grow a beard, swim the river, put on different clothes, and become Jeremiah Bloggins or somebody for the rest of my life.
Huh? How did you happen to mention that name?
Jeremiah Bloggins? Why not? Good a name as any. Don't you think so, Margaret?
I don't think this is quite the time for facetiousness, Alan.
Well, all right. So I become Jeremiah Bloggins. That's better than hanging. But what will Jeremiah Bloggins do for money?
Well, you could make out a will in favor of Margaret here, or whomever you have.
Oh, I suppose I can depend on you to make things stick legally.
Well, I'm putting myself in a position where you could easily blackmail me if I didn't.
He has a point there, Alan.
Now, we'll need another, confederate. Somebody to look after you when you get to the other shore. We could leave a car there, of course, but the effect of the cold water... Well, I think it's safer to have somebody waiting for you on the other side.
Well, who'll it be?
That actress friend of Alan's, Anita Kilner.
That woman? Well, how can you suggest such a thing?
Oh, come now, Margaret. It's true that Anita's a fool and rather a tiresome one. I don't know whether Dick told you, but her letters got me into this mess. Baines was trying to blackmail me for them, and that's why I killed him. But Dick's right. I need someone, and I can trust Anita because of those letters, if for no other reason.
Heavens, what a scheme. Everybody's in a position to blackmail everybody else.
Yes, that had already occurred to me. That's exactly why this plan can't possibly fail. The river mouth we finally hit upon was near Mudeford. It was Margaret Farley's choice, and it was a good one. Still, I was afraid to trust everything to her. So I decided to drive Alan down there and to leave him as soon as I saw him safely in the water. Margaret Farley was to meet us there. Anita would be waiting on the other bank. It was at times a revolting journey down to Mudeford that night.
The trouble with you, Dick, is that you like managing people. Mark my words, one day I shall be a free man again, and then I shall try and repay you for some of the things you've made me put up with. Cleaning up after you, making me say, yes, Dick. Certainly, Dick. Of course, Dick.
I suppose it's quite useless to point out to you that what I did was not only for your own good, but absolutely necessary. Incidentally, I shouldn't be smoking quite so much if I were you. You've got to do some swimming tonight, remember. You're hopelessly out of condition.
How I should like to give you just one on the jaw.
Just one? 7 is your usual number, isn't it? Isn't that what it took to kill Baines?
You unutterable swine. If you weren't driving the car, I'd give you something to remember me by.
I shan't forget you easily as it is.
Oh, well, forget what I said. I'm all on edge. It's a devil of a cold night, too. Did you bring that black coffee I asked you to? Where's the thermos?
There on the back seat. Help yourself.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Filthy coffee. I should have made it myself.
Better save a little for just before you go into the water.
Well, Margaret's bound to have brought some, too. I'll just finish us off. Oh, bad as it tastes, it's making me feel a lot better.
I thought you'd never come. Oh, Alan, you poor boy. We would pick the coldest night in the year.
Nonsense. I feel marvelous, marvelous.
Well, I brought you some hot coffee. It's here in this thermos.
Better save it for just before I dive in. Well, come along. Let's get going.
Oh, I wish he wouldn't rush things so. He'll wear himself out before he gets in the water.
If I know Alan, he's whistling past the cemetery. Hope he doesn't lose his nerve at the last moment. If he does...
You mustn't imply things like that about Alan. Besides, I don't know that I could bring myself actually to push him.
You must. You know what he is, and tonight he's especially difficult.
All right. I'll do whatever seems necessary.
I don't know what's come over me. I feel positively numb. Really, it's much too cold. Hadn't we better try another night?
Now, Alan...
I can't, Margaret. I'm afraid it's too cold.
Here's the thermos. Here, drink this, darling. It'll warm you up.
Oh, filthy stuff.
Go on, drink it up.
There. Oh, I feel terrible. I've never been so cold in my life.
Now, go on, Alan. Be brave. You were always that.
Now, look, darling. No, really. No, don't. No, don't. Please, don't. Ah!
Yes?
Mr. Sampson?
Yes?
It's Anita.
Oh, yes?
I'm calling from the inn near Milford. I waited all night, but Alan never showed up.
Are you sure you waited at the right spot?
Of course I did. Do you think he didn't get across?
I don't see why not. It was even narrower than I expected. I could have swum it myself. Now, look, you better go on home and act as if you hadn't been away. And don't telephone me again. I'll let you know the moment I hear from him. Day followed day with no word from Alan. I had no alternative but to assume that he had drowned there in the estuary that night. The body had not been found, but then we had deliberately chosen a place where the tides could be alleged to have carried it out to sea. The uncertainty was a little distressing. I had not forgotten his threat to come back on even scores with me once he'd got free. And tonight came an unpleasant little scene which did not help my frame of mind. It began with Anita.
I know you're angry at me for coming here, Mr. Sampson, but I've simply got to talk to someone.
You ought not to have come round here. It isn't safe.
Safe? You're a nice one to talk about safety. Do you think Alan's safe now?
I don't know.
I don't believe you care. He trusted you, and you've let him down. Oh, why did he ever trust himself to a brute like you? You and your plans and your cleverness. But where are they all now? And you sit back contented with what you've done.
Let me interrupt your panegyric for a moment, Anita. I better answer that.
You listen to me first.
Oh, will I? We shall see about that.
Well, seems to be a gathering of the clan.
Oh, it's you, Mrs. Farley. Well, I want to talk to you, too.
So you missed him?
He didn't come. I did my part. Did you do yours?
Well, I did my best. But I don't know. I ought never to have let him go, considering how cold and miserable he was. I ought to have stopped him.
Then why didn't you? Because you had a preconceived idea put into your head by this conniving brute of an attorney. He planned it all. And now he isn't going to turn a hand to find Alan and help him if he needs it, because it might jeopardize his filthy little law practice. Well, I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to the police and tell them the whole story.
Has it occurred to you that the police can't possibly help anyone in this case and may possibly harm all three of us? And if Alan is alive, you will inevitably do him harm.
Yes. Yes, he's right. I pushed him in. I pushed him in.
Don't be morbid. You did what you could with excellent intentions. Are you going to clear your conscience by getting two other people into trouble? Are you, Anita?
Well, I confess I'm not too keen on helping Margaret to be a martyr for Alan.
How dare you? It was you and your hysterical letters that got Alan into this mess.
And wouldn't it be ironic if they ended up by being published anyway? That would be a fine tribute to Alan's sacrifice, especially if he's dead and gone.
What are you driving at?
I have those letters. Oh, I'm not going to demand a price for them like Baines. But at the same time...
You dirty blackmailer.
I'm merely forcing you to do something for your own good. Just like giving a patient morphia to prevent him doing an injury to himself.
Morphia?
Or figure of speech, but I think you understand what I mean.
Morphia.
After the women had gone, I thought over the conversation, particularly that part of it in which Margaret Farley repeated the word morphia. I think she knows. But even if Alan's body is recovered and they find what he really died of, they can never make an accusation. They have to prove possession of the morphia. And no one in the world can do that. I meant to call Anita Kilner and sound her out, but I find that I don't even know her married name. Not that it matters, considering what went on and with Alan behind her husband's back. In any case, I can depend on her letters to keep her mouth shut. On reading this over, I find that in my marshalling of the facts in this case, I have omitted one possibility. Far-fetched, it's true, but there is one person whom I should set about finding if I were acting for the Crown in this case. I refer to that abominable, truculent, red-headed doctor with the ridiculous name.
Yes, Mr. Sampson.
I'm leaving the office for the day, Chatsworth. Will you put these files in my briefcase?
Oh, yes, sir.
And will you please get out Rennick's file? His will goes into probate tomorrow, and I want to study it at home tonight.
Very well, sir. Oh, by the way, that gentleman is still waiting in the outer office.
What gentleman?
Oh, I must have forgotten to tell you. He came in with a lady just a moment ago. Dr. Bloggins.
Bloggins?
Jeremiah Bloggins. Peculiar name, isn't it? Oh, beg pardon if it's a friend of yours, sir.
No. No, not especially. You say I was in?
Why, yes, I'm afraid I did.
Chatsworth, if you ever become a solicitor, be sure your office has 2 entrances.
Shall I send him away, sir?
Jeremiah Bloggins. I dare say he'd be unpleasantly persistent. Better let him come in.
Yes, sir. Will you be needing me, Mr. Sampson?
Yes, you'd better sit down. I want you to take down a statement.
Yes, sir. Won't you come in, please?
Thank you. Hello, Mrs. Sampson. I want you to meet...
Dr. Bloggins. Yes, we've met before.
Oh,
Strange you should have been the one to bring this about, Anita. I always thought Margaret Farley the cleverer one. Or should I speak so frankly?
Dr. Bloggins knows everything, Mr. Sampson.
Yes, I know, but just for the record, are you ready to take down that statement, Chatsworth?
Yes, Mr. Sampson.
Very well. I murdered Alan Rennick.
Well, just a moment, Mr.
Please
Sampson.
don't interrupt. Yes, I murdered him. And why not? He was a killer. He forced himself on me and turned himself into my private property. He might indeed be called my own murderer. My motive? Well, perhaps one day the world will learn that the strongest compulsion to murder is hatred. I hated Alan Rennick, and I planned his murder brilliantly. I'd counted on the sea, holding Rennick long enough for the traces of morphia to have gone. I really can't be responsible for the treachery of the elements. Only one man had the evidence to convict me, and the odds against his being found and brought face to face with me were so slight that I'd risk it again. I'm not sorry I killed him. Even now I'm able to say that it has been a great adventure, requiring courage and daring beyond Rennick's wildest imagination. I have proved which of us was the better man. You have all that, Chatsworth?
Yes, sir.
Oh, add this note at the bottom. In view of the customary bumbling and obtusiveness of the Crown Prosecutor, it'll probably be necessary to state that his case will be greatly facilitated by calling as his first witness Dr. Jeremiah Bloggins.
Oh, look here, perhaps I'm obtuse, but why on earth are you trying to involve me in your beastly murder?
Huh? I say, do you mean to say you don't recognize me?
Why, no, why should I?
Anita, why did you bring this man here?
I thought you knew. He's my husband. After Alan's body was found, I decided to tell him everything. We simply came here to get the letters.
And you don't even remember me? When your bag was stolen while you were testifying at the Old Bailey.
Well, so you're the blighter who did that. Good heavens! That's where you got the morphia. Out of my bag.
Yes. I suppose I could get you as accessory after the fact. But that would only confuse the Crown Prosecutor. Well, on the whole, I'm rather glad it worked out this way. After all, as Nanki Poo says in the Mikado, there's much to be said for the advantage of having it done by the public executioner.
And so closes My Own Murderer, in which Roma Wines have brought you as star Herbert Marshall with Norman Lloyd in tonight's study in Suspense. Suspense is produced, edited, and directed by William Spear.
Before Mr. Marshall returns to the microphone, let me say a word for Roma Wines, the sponsor of Suspense. Few hostesses have entertained as extensively, as often, as the world-renowned hostess Miss Elsa Maxwell, and that's why her words are significant.
Back in the horse and buggy days, wine serving was surrounded by all manner of do's and don'ts. Today, it's fashionable to serve delicious Roma wines whenever and however you choose. For example, delicious, versatile Roma California Tokay is a light, moderately sweet, flame-colored wine that goes well before or after meals, during cocktail hour, actually delightful at any time. Serve your Roma Tokay cool.
While Roma Tokay differs in flavor from other Roma wines, it is like them in these respects. Always delicious, never varying in fine quality. And since Roma wines cost only pennies a glass, you can serve them often. Remember, more Americans enjoy Roma than any other wine. And the next time you use vermouth, choose Roma vermouth. Zestful, full-flavored Roma vermouth is blended and developed with all the traditional winemaking skill of the Roma wineries. It is made and bottled in the heart of California's famous vineyards, yet surprisingly low-priced. Try Roma vermouth soon, won't you?
This is Herbert Marshall. It's been a great pleasure, as always, to make an appearance on Suspense, a show which is such a very great favorite with all of us. Mr. Spear has just been telling me about next Thursday's broadcast, and it sounds like one of the very finest of the year. It's a perfectly wonderful story by W.F. Harvey, August Heat, and in it as your star will be Ronald Colman. Now, if you'll permit me a most important word. War news from the Pacific is encouraging. We're on our way to Tokyo. But until Japan is beaten to her knees, the war goes on. It takes dollars to buy the equipment our men need. Your dollars. And by investing those dollars in war bonds now, during the 7th War Loan Drive, you help your country and help yourself to greater post-war purchasing power. Get extra bonds, big ones, during the mighty 7th.
Next Thursday, same time, Mr. Ronald Colman will be your star of Suspense.
Presented by Roma Wines, R-O-M-A, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
81 years ago. May 24th, 1945, Suspense on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Up next, we'll head on this Sunday to the mean streets of Culver City, California, as we take on the Nightwatch.
Keep your guard up. That's the key slogan of the 1950 National Guard recruiting drive, and it's a slogan as timely as today's headlines. More than ever before, America stands prepared, and the National Guard must recruit approximately 220,000 men as soon as possible. By joining the National Guard, young men will have the advantage of choosing their own unit and preparing themselves for promotion by being in a job for which they are best qualified. Investigate the National Guard now. Help America to keep up its guard.
Now on Classic Radio Theater, we go back 72 years, May 24th, 1954. Donn Reed on the Nightwatch.
Got all your gear done? Yeah, thanks very much. Well, good hunting, fellas. See ya.
5-6-1 in service. Starting mileage 11,831. 11,831.
1 to 5-6, 10-4, mileage 11,831, 6:08 p.m. Detective Unit 5-6 in service on the night watch.
This is Donn Reed, police recorder. You're riding in a detective unit. Black sedan, radio buried in the glove compartment. Looks like any other car on the road. No identification as a police car. We're all dressed in civilian clothes. Driving, Sergeant Ron Perkins. Partner, Sergeant Kurt Walter. This is Detective Unit 5-6. While you're with us tonight, remember, you're listening just as it happens. And the people you meet are not actors. You see, this is it. This is real. This is Nightwatch.
Nightwatch, the actual on-the-scene report of your police force in action. There are no actors. There is no script. Every voice, every sound is authentic. The investigations are recorded as they actually occur. Nightwatch, presented with the cooperation of the Police Department of Culver City, California, W.N. Hildebrand, Chief. And now we switch you to Detective Unit 5-6, now on patrol somewhere in the field, and to the official police recorder, Donn Reed.
5-6-1, come in.
1 to 5-6, go ahead.
5-6 on this abandoned child call. We're at Jefferson and Denton now. So far, we've been unable to locate the complainant or the vehicle. Do you have any further information?
1 to 5-6, yes. We've just had a second call. See the man at Welton and Jefferson. That's a block north of you, northeast corner. This is L.A. territory. Follow up and advise if you want an L.A. unit.
Roger.
It's just about 10:30, and the first part of the evening we were staked out on a market. Seems we had some reliable information that the market was going to be stuck up. But our information wasn't so reliable.
10-4.
Nothing happened. Right at the moment, we're on a call to meet the man about an abandoned child. We've had a bit of trouble locating the car. However, it should be up here right on this next corner. Now, this is L.A. territory in here, and if there's anything to it, of course, we'll call the L.A. division. Now, there's a man standing over here on the corner. And obviously, he's the one that's waiting for us. He's all bundled up in a big overcoat. Very cold out tonight. Icy wind blowing off the mountains. Man pointing in a dark sedan. Looks like there's a little boy in it.
Howdy. You the gentleman that called the police?
I sure did.
Where's the mother?
Getting loaded.
Hi, how are you, son? Who's this little one here?
That's my big sister.
That your little sister?
Yeah.
How old are you?
4 years old.
How old?
4 years old.
4 years old. How old's your little baby here? Baby sister?
Oh, I don't know.
Not very old, is she?
Look, it's all sin. You all go in and have a bear.
Are you with this woman at all?
No.
What's the woman look like in
I
there?
just came in.
Yeah. Is she by herself or what?
I don't know.
Is she inside? You know the woman inside at all?
No.
How do you know she's in there?
I mean, this little boy's here all by himself. He was crying when we first came in.
Okay, well, thank you very much. We'll take it. Appreciate it.
Sorry.
All right. You know who we are?
Yeah.
We're police officers. You know that?
Yeah.
How old's your little sister here?
Fine.
How old is she?
I don't know.
Not very old. About 3-4 months old?
Well, I don't know if she's that old.
Are you cold in here?
No, I have a blanket here right for me.
How about putting the blanket over the little baby sister here a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
Keep her a little bit warmer. Where's your mommy?
She's in there.
Where's your daddy?
He's at home.
He's at home. Your mommy here all by herself?
She's in there. She's drinking.
She's drinking?
Yeah.
Does she do this very often?
Well, sometimes.
How long have you been out here in the car?
Well, I've been out here, 2 hours, no, 3 hours.
3 hours?
Yeah.
Has your mommy come out at all during that time?
Yeah, when she's ready to go home.
I see. Okay. Whereabouts do you live? Do you live around here?
Well, we live at San Diego, and we...
San Diego?
Yeah, we are in another house now.
I see. Your daddy's home?
Yeah.
Your mommy's in the place in here drinking?
Yeah.
Okay, son.
Bye.
Huh?
Bye.
Goodbye. We'll see you in a little bit, okay?
Back to Unit 5-6.
5-6 to 1.
Go ahead, 5-6.
5-6, will you have a L.A. juvenile unit meet us at this location?
Roger.
How you doing?
We're doing okay. We're waiting for the juvenile officers to arrive.
Yeah, she's in there about half loaded. Of course,
She's sitting at the bar? Or what?
yeah.
Oh, we'll go in there. Oliver, you want to keep your eye on the children? We'll go in the bar a minute.
Into the bar. There's 6 or 8 patrons sitting on stools. Young couple sitting off to one side. It's the only woman in the place. Must be the mother. Woman, young, unsteady. Perkins escorting her outside.
How come you leave them in this cold car like
Friend,
that?
possibly the husband, following up
How long have you been in
behind.
there?
Well, you came down to pick me up, sir.
How long you been in there?
About 5 minutes, I guess.
You've been there longer than 5 minutes. Been there a lot longer than 5 minutes.
No, I went in with him. We were talking.
You the husband? Yeah. You're the father of the children?
Yeah. Yeah, that's my car next door.
And you're the father of the children, are you? Do you have any identification on you, sir?
Yes, sir.
Can I see it, please? This is your husband, huh?
Yes. Mrs. Cross?
Do you have any identification on you?
No.
An operator's license?
No.
How do you drive the car without an operator's license?
Yes, I have operator's
Where is it?
So we just got married down in Mexico.
How long ago?
About 6 weeks ago we got married, wasn't I? About 6 weeks ago? Yeah. I'm still under my other husband's name.
Well, this one little child in here, the baby, was in there lying with no blanket over it. She's cold.
I just came out a little while ago and covered her up and gave her the bottle.
Well, we got a complaint over 20 minutes ago, so we know you've been here at least 20 minutes.
We're going right home. She came down to get me. We're both going home.
Well, maybe you are and maybe you're not.
We are.
As far as I'm concerned, it's contributing to delinquency of a juvenile.
Oh, heavens, no.
Endangering a child's life, leaving a child in the car like that.
Oh, no,
2 children.
No, I was just sitting in there waiting for her, officer. I was just sitting here, waiting.
Well, you're not going to drive any place, I'll tell you that much right now. You're too drunk to drive. You're not going to drive your car away from here.
I can get somebody to drive. can...
Well, you'll have to stand by here until LA arrives. You'll have to stand by till Los Angeles Police Department arrives. You're in Los Angeles here. We're just standing by till they get here. Them handle it.
I don't want to get in any trouble, officer.
You're not in any trouble so far. Except for the fact that children have been left out here. Why don't you go over and look at your children and see if they're all right, and I'll cover the baby up, huh?
Well, they're going over to check out the children.
Is she all right?
She's wet.
Is your mommy there?
Yeah.
Is your daddy over here?
No.
Huh?
No. No, that isn't his daddy.
Oh, I see. How old is the baby?
4 months.
4 months old. How old's the big boy here?
4.
4 years.
LA juvenile officers arriving.
Hi, I'm Sergeant Perkins. Gilbert, name? Yeah, Mrs. Raceford's. Oh, I don't know what you want to do with it here, but we got a call down here about 30 minutes ago. These 2 little kids left in a car. We've been down here up until about 5 minutes ago. We went in the bar and got the woman out. She never come out to look at the kids. The little kid said it'd been here a couple of hours. Some stranger said it, a fellow that called in and said it'd been here quite a while. The little baby just lying there, nothing on her. Speak of, no blankets over. Little boy, well, she's been drinking. This is the husband by 6 weeks. He's half looped. So you can do what you want with it.
Let's go over with the juvenile officers and talk with the husband and wife
That
again.
doesn't matter. Rick,
These your kids?
No.
Who's the little baby, the 3-month-old baby? Who's that belong to?
You married or not? Yeah, my brother.
I should you was married.
You want to take me to Culver City Police Station?
I'm not interested in Culver City Police Station. Ask you if you was married. Huh?
Possibly.
I don't think you're married to him, are you?
No.
Hmm?
No.
Gotta take care of your 2 kids, lady. Where's your husband?
In San Diego.
You serviceman?
No.
Sergeant, can I see you a minute?
Sure.
Tell you what I think we better do here. We'll send the lady and her children home in a taxi, but this guy's too drunk. I think we'll take him in and book him.
It's okay with us.
My sense again, we're going to get a petition, take these children away from you. Understand that?
Just told her that. You mind what I told you now? If ever brought to attention again, you're going to...
If I ever do this again, I deserve it.
All right, so you go on home.
Really, I deserve it now.
Get them kids home with
And I want the children.
You want to chase around, you get somebody to take care of them kids.
We're going to shove off. See you later, fellas.
The LA officers will stand by until the taxi arrives. Amanda's being taken into custody. That sort of winds up our business here.
Sure cute little fellow in that car, wasn't he?
Yeah. It's pretty hard to figure some people.
Control 1 to car 40, clear, code 7, KMA 394.
5-6, clear.
1 to 5-6, clear. All units in the vicinity in car 5-1 on Washington Place, 1 block west of Evans. Man in the street threatening suicide, code 2.
5-6 to 1, we're in the area and rolling.
1 to 5-6, 10-4.
You are listening to Nightwatch and following the activities of Detective Unit 5-6 on its tour of duty. Remember, the people and sounds you are hearing are real, and the investigations are recorded in the field as they actually occur. We'll bring you the final results of tonight's action at the conclusion of Nightwatch. And now we switch you back to Detective Unit 5-6, somewhere in the field, and to the official police recorder, Donn Reed.
Just a few more blocks to the scene. There's a man threatening to take his life in the street. Just a little bit of mist falling. The streets are just a bit slick. We have to sort of watch our traction. Rolling a lot in second gear. Sergeant Walter using the hand spotlight with a red lens over it. That moves the traffic over. Here comes one of our radio cars swinging in from a side street. There are red lights glaring. Now they're swinging around, taking off in front of us. Should be up here in the next block, I believe. Yeah, there they are. The radio car's pulling up. We're sliding in behind. Man on the street pointing.
That's the man down there?
Yeah. What's the trouble with him?
Oh, his wife pulled a wingding on him, and he's...
We'll have to go get him. So we'll talk to you later. There's a young fellow right out in the middle of the traffic. Two of the officers are chasing him. Moss and Cameron. Walter and Perkins out there with flashlights trying to stop the cars before someone really gets hurt. Oh, they almost had him, but he darted away. There's a little bit of a break. It's late at night, and there's not too much traffic. Boy. Wow. I picked a great time to forget my flashlight. Now, the suspect is cut out on the street and taking off across a vacant lot. Cutting back this way, one officer grabs him. We're hurrying over. Two officers struggling with him. Third officer's in there now.
Everything's all right. Don't go and try to use it. Relax. Nobody's doing it.
Well, you were trying to...
Just settle down.
Settle down.
Post him, man.
Let your hands up. What do you want to talk about?
We want to talk to you right here. Right here. Right here. Stand here and talk.
Sure, but I can't stand still.
Just stand here and talk.
I can't stand still. Let me move around, will you?
What's the matter?
Oh, I don't know.
Huh?
I just... I'm broke up.
You broke up? What? About what?
Right, let me talk to a psychiatrist. Maybe he can do something.
Do you think you need a psychiatrist?
Somebody needs a psychiatrist.
What seems to be the trouble? Your wife and you've been fighting?
Oh, they called last night. Said I took a swing at her, but...
Did you take a swing at her?
She didn't get any marks on her.
I don't know. I'm just asking. Have you been drinking?
Sitting on the floor. He's had some sedation. Dope right now.
Taking narcotics. How do you feel? You feel all right now?
Sure, but wobbly.
Yeah, well, that's understandable. Did the doctor give you some pills to make you relax or something? Is that it?
Yeah.
Capsules, they were?
Are you a neighbor?
Yeah.
Did we have a word with you?
Yeah.
Neighbor, young fellow we talked to earlier. Sergeant Walter taking him aside. Perkins, uniformed officer, is walking the suspect around, trying to calm him down.
Well,
he found out Monday this gal's wife called him and told him that her husband and his wife had been running around for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a real emotional guy. He's very unstable. Not to get violent or anything, but I mean, he'd break down and cry, you know. He lets it come out.
Mm-hmm.
So then it all came to a head yesterday, and he took off, and then he didn't know where she was, and he called, and he couldn't get hold of her, and he called me. And his wife called my wife this morning, said she was up in Hollywood or someplace, which she probably wasn't. And she said she was going to stay another night.
Mm-hmm.
She was going to stay away another night tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So then she called him a while ago. Told him the same thing. Now, he wants to go look for him. I got the rotor out of his car, and his sister's got the keys, and he can't take the car, but he's going to shove off. So his sis wants him, if it's at all possible, to take him in someplace and hold him tonight.
Well, it'd be possible to take him in and book him as a psycho, but if we do, we'll have to take him to the county hospital. He'll be there for 72 hours, pending an examination to determine if he is mentally unstable. And if he is, he'll be committed. If he is not, he'll be released.
Is there some way to take him out to Sawtell?
Is he...
He's a veteran.
Well, do you consider him from being a neighbor? Do you consider him...
I consider him very rational.
Very rational?
Yeah.
How do you account for this outburst now? When the officers asked him to halt, he kept on running.
Well, he's got it in his mind. He's going to go find his wife and this guy.
And probably kill him.
If he could get hold of a gun, he probably would.
That's what I mean.
He probably would. But how many guys in this... if you were in his shoes...
That's right.
I mean, to me, it's silly. I mean, I'd just let her go. But he's nuts about the gal. He'd take her back right now if she walked up to him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just all mixed up, that's all.
What, do you believe his wife is running around?
She admitted it.
Oh, she did.
And it's just a fouled up mess, that's all. But I don't think he's a psycho. But it's no good leaving him here this way.
No, we're not going to leave him.
Anything is better than...
We can't.
She won't condone it, and I would say, as a friend of his, it's no good for him.
Well, he said a while ago he needed a psychiatrist. I wonder if he would consent to go into Sawtell if we made arrangements.
I think he would.
We don't want to use any more force than is necessary, but we might have to use it.
Well, I think if I could talk to him and go along halfway, I mean, I don't think he'll get violent, because he...
All right, let's the two of us then talk to him, and you explain to him that if he doesn't go along with the idea of going to Sawtell, we'll be forced to take him to the county hospital and book him in as a psycho.
Let's move back to the suspect.
Kind of running.
If you'll just stop and think, it's the best thing for you.
Is it? I might have found out.
Well, no, you won't now.
No, I won't. I'll never know that.
So, let's walk back now.
Heading back to his house on the corner. Officer under each arm.
We really don't think there's anything wrong with you. It's just we know you're a little mixed up.
Monday night I went out gunning.
Well, see, you might get that feeling again, and we don't want to take that chance. I mean, for your good as well as the other fellow.
Well, I ain't got my gun.
Well, but you might just accidentally bump onto it again, and we wouldn't want that to happen.
Why?
Oh, it would put you in a bad spot.
I don't care about myself.
I know you don't, but we do. It's our job to worry about you and about the other people, too.
It's just would ease my conscience and show them that I found out.
Well, but
caught him.
We don't want it to. We don't want to make the situation worse. It's bad enough as it is.
I don't.
See, so far you did no wrong. It's everybody else. Your conscience is still clear. But if you went out and did something that you'd be sorry for,
I wouldn't be sorry anything I done.
Do you have any children, sir?
Best 10-year-old boy. It's all he's saying to you. I just didn't go to a drunk tank or something like that.
We can't book you drunk, sir, if you're not drunk. You're not drunk.
Well, we'll see.
You're just a little mixed up and you need a little rest. We don't say there's anything wrong with you. You're not drunk and you're not psycho. You wait right there for a minute, will you, please?
I'm going to go and get my pill.
Well, I'd rather if you didn't take another pill right now, because if we go down there, they'd want to give you any medicine that you require there.
Kurt, see you a minute. The Veterans Hospital won't take anybody on a direct admission unless it's an emergency. You better take him to our police doctor. You want to tell his friend?
Trooper. The Veterans Hospital won't take him on a direct admission unless he's an outpatient clinic and a real serious emergency. And so he suggests that we take him down to our police doctor and have him examined. And if he decides that he should be committed, then we'll commit him to the county hospital. We can't do anything else. It would be a crime if we didn't take him into custody.
Well, yeah, and I think it would be best for him.
I think so, too. We'll ask him to go along to the doctor now to be examined, and chances are the doctor can put it to him in such a way down there that he won't mind going down to the hospital. At least we hope he won't.
Well, I hope he don't kick up a fuss now because he's getting his heels up about going.
Well, we'll have to handcuff him if it's necessary. I hope we don't. Okay.
Do you want to secure his house for him?
You want to bring your car down?
He's going to stay here with Sister so we don't get there.
Well, Perkins has taken the young fellow into his house to pick up some of his personal things. Let's go on in. Subject standing next to the stove in the kitchen.
I'd like for you to go along with the officers down to our police doctor.
Trying to coax him out without using the cuffs.
Whatever the police doctor says, we'll do.
Okay. But I don't want to go for take me somebody because I'll work up.
Well, chances are you will go down to the county hospital if you have to go anywhere. Okay? You come along with this officer here now. He'll take you down to the doctor.
Thank you very much.
Escorting the subject out to the radio car. Officer in the back to keep an eye on him. Officer Johnny Moss motioning for us over here.
He wanted some more sleeping pills. I went in the bathroom and I put some bicarbonate of soda in his sleeping pills, and we gave him those, so he thinks he's sedated, and actually he's in pretty good shape.
Good deal. That's very good. You explain it to the doctor and follow his recommendation. The hospital has been notified.
get back to our car again. It's kind of rough on the guy after 10 years.
Yeah, sure is.
What you have just heard is real, recorded as it actually happened on the Nightwatch. We switch you now back to headquarters and the desk of Police Chief W.N. Hildebrand.
Tonight's first investigation involving the children left unattended in a car resulted in a strong warning to the mother and the booking for plain drunk of the man in the case. Although, as you heard, technically this incident took place just inside of the Los Angeles territory, all of the officers agreed a warning to the mother would suffice this time, as any further action would work a greater hardship on the children. The final case of the man who became emotionally unstable resulted in his being committed for psychiatric examination. Actually, he was released 3 days later. Rest and a chance to talk out his problem was what he needed to get his mental condition under control. Recently, I received a letter from a minister in San Francisco, California. He had just heard the case of a woman under the influence of alcohol who kicked over the desk as she went berserk in the police station. Perhaps you may remember this case. It was the minister's opinion that everyone drinking to excess should have heard every word of that recording. It not only showed the dangerous road they are treading, but the real behind-the-scene problems facing your police officers. The minister concluded by saying, our work has much in common when it comes to maintaining public security. I hope in listening tonight, you have come to understand just a little better the other fellow's point of view. If you have, then we have a meaning for Nightwatch.
Thank you, Chief Hildebrand. You have been following Detective Unit 5-6 on its tour of duty on the Nightwatch. Every voice, every sound has been real. Nightwatch is brought to you through the cooperation of the Police Department of Culver City, California, with technical advice by Sergeant Ron Perkins, and is described in the field by the official police recorder, Donn Reed.
72 years ago, May 24th, 1952, Nightwatch on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Up next, we'll check in with David and Claudia and see what's going on out on the farm.
Instead of going down, the annual rate of polio cases in this country is going up. Instead of growing panicky with fear in the face of such an unwelcome fact, there is a way in which we all can join the Army which is fighting to check this trend and ultimately defeat infantile paralysis. We can contribute to the March of Dimes. Give today so that the 1952 March of Dimes will be the biggest ever and a really potent fighting force against polio.
Let's wrap up this Sunday edition of the Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox podcast by checking with David and Claudia. This episode of Claudia, 78 years ago, May 24th, 1948.
Your Coca-Cola bottler presents Claudia, based on the famous play and novels by Rose Franken. Brought to you transcribed Monday through Friday by your friendly neighbor who bottles Coca-Cola. Relax, and while you're listening, refresh yourself. Have a Coke. And now, Claudia.
Dum 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 doo.
Pass me the cream, darling.
Here you are, here you are, here you are.
You're very cheerful this morning, Mrs. Norton.
Any objections, Mrs. Brown?
Not a one.
I woke up cheerful. For no reason at all.
What do you mean for no reason at all? There are plenty of reasons.
No, Gertrude.
Now that you mention it, that is rather a relief.
Something nice and private about eating breakfast without a maid around, isn't there?
It is cozy.
That's not the half of it.
Oh, you. I know why you like it. You like it because you don't dare tell Gertrude you won't eat her prunes and cereal. When it's only me, you don't eat.
Well, I'm eating.
Orange juice, toast, and coffee. What kind of breakfast is that for a farmer?
I'm not a farmer. I'm an architect.
Very convenient. When you want to be a farmer, you're a farmer. When you don't want to eat, you're an architect. Go on. Starve yourself for all I care. Only Gertrude will be here any minute. Then watch out.
I shall flee like a rabbit.
Like a coward.
You too. You're worse than children.
What's the matter with children, grandmother?
Nothing. When they're children.
How about another piece of toast, darling?
All right, just one. Mother, flip the jigger on the toaster, would you please?
Hey, what's the matter with me flipping the jigger? The toaster's nearer to me.
You are not to overexert yourself.
Making toast is not exerting.
Well, it's a symbol.
David's right. I shall make the toast.
Honestly. And I was a mere simple woman, not a future mother.
Only 4 weeks of future left.
Thank goodness.
I shall ignore the interruptions. As I said, when I was a mere simple woman, I was perfectly able to make the toast just to my husband's taste.
Are you trying to tell me I'm usurping your wifely rights?
I am.
Good. That's exactly what I'm here for.
And the more you usurp these next few weeks, Mother, the happier I'll be. Pass the zerp, will you? Now,
Yes,
darling, we're opening
zerp.
up a brand new week, so tell me how you're going to spend it.
I'm not going to spend it. I'm going to waste it.
Claudia hates to spend anything, David.
No, I just like to get my money's worth out of my time. If I don't, it's wasting it.
Then how do you plan to waste it, darling?
Doing nothing. I'm perfectly resigned, willing, and cheerful to spend the next 4 weeks sitting up here on the farm like a log.
Like a bump.
Like a anything that just sits and sits and sits and
My,
sits.
that's good news, David.
I am going to be a vegetable, completely and utterly a vegetable. If that's what you want me to be.
Oh, I'm very fond of vegetables.
Except beets and spinach and eggplant and squash and...
Be like a bean, darling.
A
You know
bean?
my passion for beans.
I've been a bean for weeks.
And it's been very becoming.
Oh.
You're looking fine.
Thank you. Same to you, Mama. How about another cup of coffee, David?
No, thanks. Mine's still warm.
Oh, you're lucky going into New York like a man every morning.
I happen to be a man.
Just your luck, so don't brag.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Gertrude.
You managed to get breakfast without Gertrude?
We managed, but just.
Sorry, couldn't make it. I was planning buckwheat cakes.
Oh, it's perfectly all right, Gertrude, really.
I make fine buckwheat cakes, but my late husband's sister come in on the train, and I felt I had to be there at the station to call out welcome.
I'd have felt exactly the same way to Gertrude.
I met the mail woman at the post office, so I brought along your mail.
Oh, marvelous mail at breakfast, just like New York.
Not much of it. A couple of letters, some bills, and a seed catalog. Here you are.
Oh, thanks.
Well, guess I'll be going. A lot to be done. No time for prattling, anyway. I sure'd like to get my hands on cleaning out the cellar.
Marvelous, marvelous woman, Gertrude. Has her faults, but a marvelous woman.
Who's the mail from, Claudia?
I'm just looking at it. Oh, here's a letter for you, David. From the hardware store.
An ad.
And one from Henpeck Farm.
Another ad. What's that letter there, under the seed catalog?
Where?
Here, right there.
Oh, yes, I didn't notice it.
Probably just another ad for a change.
No, it's for me.
Oh, congratulations.
It's from... Well, for heaven's sakes, I wonder what it's about. I just can't believe it's for me.
Such an event for the poor child to get a letter. Touching, isn't it, David?
Yes, tears start to my eyes.
Can't imagine what it's about.
You said that already.
Come
I
on,
did?
Claudia, open it. You get me nervous just sitting there looking at it.
I'm opening it. Give me half a chance.
I'll bet it's an ad.
Well, I'll
It's not an
be-
ad, David. It's a bill for something she bought and forgot.
Dear Miss Brown, well, I couldn't be more surprised.
And she forgot how expensive it was, too.
She's so quiet, Mother. Must be fascinating.
It is. It's the most amazing thing that ever happened to me.
What has happened to you?
Well, it's just,
A letter from an old admirer?
well, in a way, yes. It's the last thing on earth I expected to get in the mail.
A letter? Nothing unusual about getting a letter in the mail.
Now, shh, both of you. I want to read it again.
My, what a dreamy look in your eyes, darling.
And pink spots on your cheeks.
David,
What, darling?
would it be absolutely terrible of me to go into,
Go on, say it.
Well, nothing much. What's tomorrow, David?
Tomorrow,
Tuesday.
I know it's Tuesday. What's the date?
May 25th.
Today is the 24th.
24. Mama, what are you doing tomorrow?
I got an appointment with my knitting needles and the Adirondack chair under the apple tree at 9 a.m. sharp. Why?
No reason. I just thought if you were going to be here all day, you could take care of Gertrude and Bluff and Shakespeare, that's all.
Why should I be the zookeeper? Where are you going to be?
Oh, no place special, but I thought I'd run down to New York for the day.
Say that again.
You don't have to look like that, both of you. New York is not the moon.
My dear young carrots and peas, just a few minutes ago you announced that you were utterly resigned to be utterly a vegetable on the farm.
Oh, that was utterly a few minutes ago, old turnip. That was before.
Before the famous letter that shook the world.
If you don't tell me what's in that letter, I'll wring your neck.
Mother. I draw the line at using force.
Now, it isn't really anything important. It's just that I feel I want to go to New York. Is that so awful?
You're not making sense.
It's not that I want to have a secret from you, darling. It's just that I don't want to tell you. That's all.
Well, why didn't you say so in the first place? In that case.
Darling, you're angry.
Angry? Me? Ridiculous.
You promise?
I don't have to promise. Only women are so nosy that they can't bear not knowing what's in another person's private mail.
Oh, it must be wonderful to be a man and have no petty vices.
It is wonderful.
Ha!
So wonderful that I'm going to put on my hat and coat and go to New York and leave you to all your little plots and make-believe letters.
David, is it all right about tomorrow?
What about it?
What have we been talking about? Going to New York, of
Darling,
course.
if you want to go, New York would love to have you.
Oh, thank you.
And on its behalf, I extend to you an invitation.
And I accept.
I must admit, this is all above my head. How would you like to drive me to the station?
I'll be ready when you are.
Well, now, Claudia, confess.
Confess what?
Enough's enough. I'm your mother.
Maybe you're right. Mothers are different. Maybe that's why I don't want to tell David.
Tell him what? Claudia, are you feeling all right?
Feeling marvelous. Never felt better.
If you're not, if you're going into New York to see the doctor, if you're using a silly letter as an excuse,
I wouldn't do that, Mama. That's too serious to pretend about.
All right. I'll take your word for it. You don't have to tell me any more.
But I have every intention of telling you, Mama. I just don't want to tell David. I mean, not yet. Mama, this letter was from Jim Varney.
Jim Varney? Never heard of him.
He's a Broadway theatrical producer.
What on earth is he doing writing to you?
That is just the point. He's writing to me because he's opening a summer theater in Eastbrook this summer, and he wants to know if I'd be interested in acting with his company.
He must be mad.
Speaks my one and only loving parent.
But, Claudia, you're not an actress.
Well, Jim Varney doesn't seem to agree with you. He saw me in a play at dramatic school, he says, and that's why he wants to see me.
I think it's because you're convenient. You'll be a neighbor of his theater.
So will you be. He didn't ask you.
But why on earth didn't you tell David?
Well, because nothing's settled, and I thought maybe David'd be hurt a little.
Hurt? Because his wife's a potential Sarah Bernhardt?
Well, maybe he'd think I wasn't satisfied with just living up here on the farm and being a mother. Then if the job doesn't come through, he'd have been hurt for nothing.
Every now and then you show a little sense.
And I am satisfied, Mama, only... Well, this is a chance to act. And I love it, Mama.
I don't know how the theater's gotten on without you.
Oh, you. Then it's settled. I'll go into New York tomorrow and see Mr. Varney.
May I at least warn you that your Mr. Varney is going to be a bit surprised when he sees you?
Why? He says to come.
He says for you to come. He doesn't expect a whole family.
Of what?
I don't think he expects to see you looking, well, so very much like a mother.
Well, I don't look so much like a mother. Besides, I'm not going to look like this forever.
It's always a little difficult to make a strange man realize that.
You forget that Mr. Varney saw me before I was having a baby. Mama, you know, I don't think you want me to go and see him tomorrow.
I don't want you to be disappointed.
Oh, I won't be. Let's see now. I've got a navy blue suit that makes me look positively sylph-like.
I'd like to see the sylphs you have in mind.
You will. Mama, you know it's funny. Just now at breakfast, I was perfectly contented. Beautiful day. You here. David sweet and darling. Everything perfect. Now all I can think of is being an actress again. I could kick myself.
Wait. When David finds out what this big secret's about, he'll probably save you the trouble.
Shh, here he is. Don't you tell him or I'll never forgive you.
Well, are you all ready to go to the station?
I'm all ready and willing, darling.
What about you, Mother?
No, thank you. My knitting's waiting. Baby blankets take such a long time.
You know, Mother,
You have an extraordinary daughter.
That's no news to me, David.
She really had me fooled.
I had you fooled? How?
Well, you fooled me into thinking you really received an important letter. It wasn't until I got out from under the spell of your performance that I realized how I'd been taken in.
But David, it's true. I'm going to New York tomorrow.
Of course you are, if you want to. You don't have to pretend about a letter.
Such a fuss about nothing.
But David, I'm not pretending.
You see, Mother, your daughter is really quite a little actress.
Mama, did you hear him? David, say that again, please.
Yes, sir. You certainly had me fooled. I said you're really quite a little actress.
Oh, darling, that is the most beautiful thing you ever said to me. And for once, I certainly hope you're right. Dum dum dee dum dum, la 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 la.
When you run into a friend at the market these days, why not step over to the familiar red cooler and invite her to pause and refresh? Over a friendly Coca-Cola, you can relax and visit. You'll find Coke coolers in more and more food stores now, as well as in service stations and department stores. They certainly make pleasant spots to enjoy a refreshing interlude.
What do you think of my daughter, Mr. King?
Claudia? Oh, I think she's wonderful.
I think she's mad. She really seems convinced that she's going to get that summer theater job.
Maybe she will.
Maybe she won't. I hope she won't be too disappointed if she doesn't.
Well, we don't have long to wait till we find out. Just till tomorrow.
By hook or by crook, she's going to get herself into New York tomorrow. That's much I'm sure of.
Without telling David?
That's her intention. Of course, I don't think Claudia can keep a secret from David.
How many women can?
I wish it were tomorrow and I knew how this were all going to turn out. I'm a little bit worried.
Well, I don't blame you, but tomorrow will come very quickly. See you then, Mrs. Brown. Every day, Monday through Friday, Claudia comes to you transcribed with the best wishes of your friendly neighbor who bottles Coca-Cola. So listen again tomorrow at the same time. And now this is Joe King saying au revoir. And remember, whoever you are, whatever you do, wherever you may be, when you think of refreshment, think of Coca-Cola. For Coca-Cola makes any pause the pause that refreshes. And ice-cold Coca-Cola is everywhere. These broadcasts are adapted for radio by Manya and Roger Starr, and the entire production is supervised and directed by William Brown Maloney.
And this could be very interesting. 78 years ago, May 24th, 1948, Claudia on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Thanks for joining us on this Sunday. On Monday, we'll have more crime with the original production of Sorry Wrong Number starring Agnes Moorehead from 1943. Also, Lights Out from 1943, the story of the little old lady. And then Barry Craig Confidential Investigator from 1954, and The Whistler from 1952, and we'll see about the trip to New York with Claudia. That's all coming up tomorrow. Have yourself a great Sunday and a great week ahead. Join us all week long for more Classic Radio Theater. I'm Wyatt Cox.